Good evening and welcome to Poker on Air, Chase the Bracelet, Season 5, casting game number 2. Tonight's game is brought to you by RFIDpoker.com, creators of the RFID table you see in action tonight. Book your own show on RFIDpoker.com. Interested in your own RFID table? They have standard, oval, and championship tables available built to your own specifications.
There is. Okay, well, how long?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
Welcome, everybody. We're having another exciting game tonight. Hopefully, this group of people will be exciting to watch. And
1 minute.
I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. This group of players seems to be ramped up and ready to go.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's too shy.
No, absolutely not. And we've got some new innovations coming tonight. We're hoping to be able to get you chip stacks and seat positions, and pot size, and should make things a lot more interesting and a lot easier to follow.
Absolutely. I mean, having the pot size in front of you, having the bet size in front of everyone, I mean, that's going to be quite a bit easier to follow for everyone.
Looking for a 9 of spades.
Definitely for us.
Yeah, cards are in the air. Yeah, it definitely makes our job easier.
Yeah, well, we're underway here, kids.
I'm going to be so bummed when it's in my hand, my card.
Been waiting patiently all day for this.
I'm going to be so bummed.
It's always super exciting to watch a new cast of characters.
Right? You go to the horseshoe and people keep popping the flop.
I think it's folding around here.
3 diamonds.
Looks like Frankie called in the button.
Missy calls. Carry checks.
We're going to see a flop here.
Nobody hits anything.
Swing and a miss.
First person to take a shot at this is going to win it.
I'm not sure if anyone will take a shot at it.
Missy's got a gut shot now.
Carrie's got shutdown value with her king high. I mean, I think the 6 high and the 9 high might win.
And Missy's going to hit the 6 for the win. I think she'll throw a little bet out here. 125, and that should take it.
Check you later, everyone. Chip later. If I was her, I would have yelled that. Chip later.
Can't win them all if you don't win the first one.
That's true. It's always my goal. I sit down, I say, hey,
So basically,
let's get this over in 45 minutes and win every hand.
It's always nice.
I've never accomplished such goal.
These prop bets.
It's funny, I feel like everyone's pretty chatty, but I feel like there's some nervous faces out there. You know, obviously, anytime you're being broadcast across the world, I mean, there's got to be a little bit of nerve in the system.
Yeah, especially the first time you do it. People, whether they want to or not, they're going to tighten up. They're not going to be as loose as normal and as talkative.
Yeah, we have a home game feel, but, you know, there's some decently high stakes at play here.
150.
Where'd the chatter go?
See, that's exactly what I was saying. As soon as you start playing, it just stops.
Ooh, Frankie opens the 4-6. Takes it down.
Easy peasy.
Winner.
just like that.
You'll see Frankie do that quite a bit.
Not a bad spot. He had position. Everyone be playing pretty tight to kick things off.
If you've watched some of these before, they really start off tight. It's a good spot to just start picking up some chips early.
Well, we saw last time the first hand in that bluffing with ace high.
Well, like I said, most of the time.
But she took advantage of someone else playing a little more tight than maybe they should have been.
Then we haven't had. Oh, here we go. We got a pocket pair this time, but not too much else. Todd in seat 5 picks up jacks.
Big blind too. You just watch all the action happen in front of him.
Oh.
Bobby being his typical knit self.
There he is.
I really don't mind that strategy in the beginning of a sit and go like this.
I don't mind most strategies. I don't even know what I'm doing out there, so I'm still here learning. That's false.
There's two different schools of thought. You can pick up chips while everybody's tight, and,
Audience,
but
I
you
would
risk
just live.
losing
You can go
chips
backwards
too.
right now, but I'm not allowed to leave my chair.
I've been up twice already if we're at the VFW.
See there, prime example. If he was playing at his local VFW, he said he would have played a few more hands already.
Well, no, he'd have been up walking around. Is what he said.
Oh, yeah.
Troy likes to get up from the table quite a bit. He doesn't like to sit down very
Maybe stretch
often.
his legs.
Frankie with a 10-8 suited.
My personal favorite hand.
Small blind.
See if he raises it up here.
I'm still thinking about the last
This is on
hand.
the last hand.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't believe I got away with it.
No.
Takes time a while to process.
I played with Frankie a handful of times. He's hard to get a rate
I
to
wasn't
get a read on. He kind of comes at you at all different angles.
Yeah, he's all over the place. You never know where he's coming from. Good spot to raise here, and nobody's got anything.
How sick are these chip counts though?
Oh, I
I
love
know,
it.
I was thinking the same thing. I had my
I mean,
card
this
that
adds such
time, so
a great dynamic to the game flow here.
it's like, well, I guess I'm not playing that hand.
I hope I didn't curse myself and I'm gonna get the 3 diamonds. Like
We would like to thank Dan Crafton for manually keeping track of all the chip counts, plugging in the computer so we can see them on the screen.
You'll see him in the background walking around with a
It
tablet.
has to be your card.
And it's very, very bad etiquette to point out somebody else's card too.
Yeah, you
No, you're not
have
allowed
no
to point out.
Kind of
You're
that
not allowed
way.
to, but
You
I'm
don't
saying-
notice
Ah,
it's your fault.
Sean with
Yeah,
the
thanks.
ace.
Yeah, you,
Okay.
yeah, you sleep it.
Greg
Okay.
with a king jack.
Raise.
Under the gun raised by Sean.
Penalty if you call it somebody else.
You hear the players tonight talking about cards on the flop. Several of them are playing prop bets, betting on which cards are coming out on the flop.
Proving that they are complete degenerate gamblers. Even when they're not in the hand, they're gambling. Greg's gonna speculate with the king jack offsuit, and Sherry comes along to 6-7, getting a pretty darn good price in the big
Oh,
line.
yeah, absolutely, especially with that, because you know neither one of them probably has 6 or 7.
Everyone gets a little piece of that one.
But the ace hits, which makes it shrink up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 275 there. Yep.
Bet 275
Right?
Well, I kind of thought Greg might peel there.
with the inside straight draw.
Inside straight draw, you know, you can't always just assume the raiser has an ace, but he was in early position, so
It's triple clean. That'd be fun. All these chips thrown our way.
taking it a little more cautiously to begin the tournament.
You know, yeah,
Yeah,
but you
but
don't
we
get
want-
paid
yeah.
triple.
We want
But
the
I get
extra
paid
card.
some.
Yeah, but you only then
I'll
you
know.
only get $1.
You might as well tell me, I'll know.
Has no one's card come up yet? No, I don't think anyone's gotten
I
paid
will
yet in their
know.
props.
I don't know.
No.
I haven't been able to hear.
Maybe the folks aren't quite paying attention yet.
That's what's great about it. Nobody can
Also
be
known
up.
as sleeping on their prop.
Find
Yep.
out.
Out and see.
Oh, yeah, actually, you can be.
A couple sevens for Missy.
Queen 9 suited for Greg. King 10 suited for Todd.
A lot of clubs out there.
Todd I've never played with. Don't know too much about him.
I'm gonna raise.
Is that the Browns fan?
I believe it is.
Squeakiest and chairs.
Yes, it is. He's contemplating a call here.
Call.
A little bit of a bigger raise than we've been seeing.
See what I started?
Oh.
Well, clubs wouldn't look too hot for Greggy at this point.
4 players.
Sean calls with the ace 3. And Missy flops a set. Nobody else flops anything at all. See if she can get somebody to bet here.
Looks like Todd's reaching.
Bet.
Pretty cagey flop by Missy. You know, a lot of times you will see someone continuation bet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta get a little nervous when someone opens pre-flop, then checks the flop because it's kind of out of the normal flow of the game.
Pretty dry board here. I'd like to see
$6.25.
just a call here. Yeah, nice play.
Appropriately done.
That's up.
This might, if this goes check, it might go check here. I'm not so sure Todd wants to barrel it twice early in the tournament.
Well, We'll find out about him right now.
He actually did gain a little bit of equity here. He does have 4 outs now.
Uh-oh, looks like he's making a pretty good bet here.
Oh, he's still riding the wave of the impressive Browns win today over the nemesis Pittsburgh Steelers.
Bet at $12.50. Still pretty dry.
Huh.
Nice play by Missy. I like it.
Yeah, because any range of hands that he would have right now, there's no reason to raise.
Right. You can't put him on jacks because he didn't raise pre-flop or aces. Missy leads out on the river.
And now we got the little Hollywood action here.
Acting like he's got a tough decision.
He's even grabbing chips to sell it even harder. Put him back in your stack. Kick him in the middle. Actually, if he's really thinking about this hard, he might be thinking about, do I have enough to raise to make her fold?
We're missing
sign.
something. Yeah, something is
Something's
happening.
happening.
That sounded a little Halloweenish
not sure.
back
It did.
there. Sherry, we're missing
There we
something.
go.
There's an update.
Yeah.
The gig is up.
Nice one.
Nice hand, Missy.
Well
We can
played.
watch the show later. Whoa, nice, miss. That's a nice
And she
hand.
shows the
He was almost paying. He was almost
He
paying.
was almost paying.
That's,
You're right.
uh,
You're right.
Well played.
A whole other debate
Yeah, nice.
to show or not to show.
I'll watch it later.
I think that was
I'm
a
going to watch
a
you.
Shakespearean play that he wrote.
Nice hand.
The invention of no limit hold'em.
I'm usually against it, but every now and
Saved
then
a
I like
little
to
bit.
show a big hand. Show, hey, look, this is all I'm playing.
I think you got distracted by the sounds from the other side of the room.
It was a warning sign or something.
It was the banshee call from the other side.
I always listen to the voices.
There was a minute delay. Who's sending text things? That's a full text tone, isn't it?
That's funny.
Text me twice in a row.
Frankie with an ace-10, Bobby with a king-jack.
Give me the stupid ringtone if it's if I should fold. Put
Missy with the
Hallelujah on
queen-8
if I should
suited.
fold.
She just won a pot.
Hey, she got money to burn.
Check.
Okay.
3 aces out there,
Freebie for Troy in the big blind.
which makes the queen-8 the big favorite pre-flop. And nobody
That was
flops
a teaser.
anything.
That was a teaser
It was a
flop
teaser,
for
it
you.
was
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Okay, so
Checked all the way around.
Troy got there on the turn with the top pair of nines.
I fold.
Troy bets 350
If I check that river, do you bet?
into a pot of 200.
No whitewash on the TV, guys.
A little
Well,
bit,
that's
a
what
little
you're
bit of
gonna
a
see.
big bet
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's a
was just
different
was curious
different
if
approach.
I
I mean,
check
that's
it
not
there,
something I would
am I
would
giving that
have
money,
normally done, but
or,
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't
maybe
sure.
just wanted
I think you
to
can-
break the seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Good hand.
find out
Can't
the same
do
information
that
for
by
a
checking,
lot
you get
cheaper.
nothing.
Yeah, I'm not getting
I
paid.
could got away with
so
it for about $100
yeah.
bucks.
You got to risk that by betting, yeah.
Right.
I know you think it after.
And you made a good
but-
bet. You made a good tempting bet. Literally.
Mhm.
I mean, so, no, you did it right.
Missy asked,
I would have just folded if I was in
Todd,
your
if you would've
fucking
bet the
mess.
river.
Here's
Todd
should've-
saying
how
he
do you
was
check that?
tempted to
Oh, I wasn't
call.
looking for advice.
You
I
should
was
have
just
said I
trying-
did.
He was-
I
he
was
was-
just trying to build the
folks,
pot for next
don't
time.
believe a
I
word
did
he
not
said.
win my prop bet. I have to fold.
sorry to Todd's wife if she's listening.
Oh, Greg
Your,
picks up
your
aces
husband's
here.
lying to people.
Looks like Bobby might be tired of playing. Or sitting.
Tired of watching.
Yeah, want to play.
Ready to get up in there.
Let's see if Gregory raises here.
Raise it.
To say typically he likes to raise in this spot.
So you guys back there with the camera are going to be able to know how good a player I am. Watching.
Well, they have an opinion.
They're
Oh.
telling everybody their opinion.
Oh, they're going to talk
Greg's
about
not a
me?
person I like to
Oh,
call.
They
Hold
have an
on.
Like
opinion.
this.
Not so
Out of
comfortable with
position.
that.
Is he reaching for a bunch?
I don't know.
Just called.
If Bobby can flop big, he can win a big pot here.
Survey says false. Let's say I bet Greg checks back
And
here.
Greg with quad aces.
This is actually a really dirty card.
Might have been crossed with that flop, though.
Because this takes,
It might get Bobby.
it makes Bobby not
yeah.
think he ever has an ace in this spot, so he thinks he might be able to fire at it.
Okay.
Bobby bets 400.
Greg's just trying to figure out how much he can get from him. Well, that's just a call.
Like, you can't hardly raise quads there.
It's really difficult. You don't want to. You don't want your fish jumping out of the boat.
Let's see if the alarm started going off with Bobby there.
Nope.
Doesn't look like
Not loud
it.
enough, at least.
750.
750 is about.
How big a raise?
I think he's gonna click it back.
Uh,
I smell.
I would go min or
I smell 15.
slightly over min.
Is that 25 or 15?
25. Yeah, that's too big.
I wanted that one.
Gotta show the quads.
Oh,
Yeah, that's mandatory.
Show quads.
Anytime you have quads, you have to
It's,
show.
it's in a book somewhere that you have to do that. Nice little popper, Greg, there.
Can't hide that, but
Can't hide that ever.
Yeah, I would have clicked back there.
now
A
we can
min
start
raise,
playing high
slightly
hand.
over a min raise.
Yeah.
let's play high hand.
That's a spot.
Declare it now.
It's really difficult. It's like you want to bet
Already
bigger
now
because
is
you
playing
figure
right.
either they're gonna call or not gonna call. I mean, jacks, queens, kings, probably all
we didn't
call
start
bigger
now.
raise.
Yeah, this hand
Maybe eights, nines, maybe only call a min
We
raise.
might start
So
over again. We'll let you know.
all depending on what you put your player on in that spot.
I think that's the first time I've ever had quad aces.
That's
On
pretty
TV,
impressive.
live too, right?
Great. It was against
Missy
me.
with aces this time. They're just flying around the board. Sean with jacks, Frankie with
Right.
deuces.
Right.
We could get a little action going here.
That's right.
That would have been hard to get rid
And Missy in the big blind with the aces gets to see what happens.
of. Yes, they were.
You could be in trouble here.
If you knew what I
Greg
had,
comes in with the 8-9 off.
you'd be mad at yourself.
Raise it.
Ooh, looks like a big raise.
Yes, it does. Raised to 350
Wow.
with the jacks.
7x. Not messing around. I'm all about raising a little big up your limper, but never
That's
quite
a
that
little
big.
big.
Call.
Oh, that is
Oh, that's
dirty.
dirty.
It's so dirty. Look at her, she's so stoic. She's got the gum going. She goes, ain't nobody messing with me.
Missy's a very good player.
She's a great player. Oh, Frankie would have
Oh.
had 3 deuces.
That would have been brutal.
This is such a mean flop for jacks.
Yeah.
Have you seen that new section they stuck in?
Yes.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
See, now that's a small
Well, I
bet.
mean,
In comparison to the pot, absolutely.
a bar in a casino.
Oh, the tag thing, the new tag.
Oh, I
thing.
think I would have raised there. Your hand is so underrepresented.
Nice, but it doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I go up there to play poker.
Right.
There's a club.
Interesting card.
Kind of.
I mean, she rarely has a 7 in her hand in a raised pot like that.
Right.
It actually kind of looks a little defensive, as if she had a flush draw.
Players.
2,300.
13.
1300.
Oh, those are fives.
7 would just be brutal on the river.
It wouldn't be nice.
Yes.
It'd be like that crappy Christmas present you got one year.
Somehow.
Just not nice. And Santa hates you.
We did not get the river card.
Wow.
Is it okay now?
That is a bullhorn.
Check, check. Check, check.
He still can't see the card, but they
We're
still
having a little
can't see it.
technical difficulty here trying to get the river card brought up, but give us just a minute.
I'm dying with anticipation.
Oh, I am too.
Taking it off and on.
Flip it. I don't know. It doesn't.
10 of
Now
hearts.
you got it?
Yes.
That might
Check.
that might slow the
Oh.
action down. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
flush
we
draw
had
will get there.
pairs
the flow of the game kind of got a little goofy there.
Bunch of scary stuff going on that
Yeah,
board. So
we'll
yeah.
try them again.
I think Sean got a little lucky.
Yeah.
That's where you would like to have that low pair, right?
9 of clubs in the river, pretty innocuous card. Could have cost him a bit more money.
Players at the table talking, that's where you'd like to have that low pair, and Frankie folded the full house.
It was scary. There's nothing that
And
you're
again,
running.
if I was Missy right now, I'd be screaming, chip
Definitely
leader!
put the brakes on for me. I'm like, I can't bet anymore there. I don't know that I'm calling to a bet or I'm folding to a bet, but I'm not making one.
Pretty sound reasoning by Missy there. I agree with what she said. You can call a lot in that spot, but you never.
You want to keep control the pot size there as much.
Yeah,
as
I
you
mean,
can.
she leads into Sean there, and he just shoves it in her face. She's left with a really tough decision.
Raise.
The opening action and closing action is a very different aspect of the game.
Where is it?
We're at 1,500.
Todd with ace jack off raises to 250, and the blinds just went up at the end of that hand.
I see Carrie probably defending here. Missy might defend as well. I know nothing.
Well, you got the carry part right.
That's true. 1 out of 2, right?
That's another teaser.
Ooh, checking behind.
Check.
Interesting
I don't
check.
think you want to
Interesting check
check
by
another
Todd.
one. Yeah, I'm not sure I would have checked there, but
I don't necessarily love. I mean,
it's not like
her
you have
calling
a monster.
her calling range in a big blind.
Yeah.
Has some flush draws in it, but don't ever want to miss bets.
Nice
Don't
bet,
give yourself
Browns
a chance
fan.
to make
Way
as
to
much
go,
money as
Browns
possible.
fan.
I love everyone today.
Hey, the Browns
Good
beat the
day.
Steelers today. For all you out there,
They
suck
won,
it,
they
Steelers.
won today?
That felt good.
They were awesome.
Thank you, Troy,
Greg
for
was
that
saying,
football recap.
it's not even just Steelers game. That's like the first game. I don't know how. I can't even remember that they just dominated.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like literally were incredibly impressive.
Still,
Well, except
I
for
was
the
still
first
nervous
quarter.
when 28 to 3 starting
That's
the
right.
second. I'm in the third quarter, middle of the third quarter. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
One more
no
first
first down
I
in
know,
the
you
first
get
quarter is
nervous.
never
31 to 3,
That's
you're still
That's
nervous.
not
You're like,
enough.
yeah, not enough.
Come on.
More, please.
Sherry
That's
with
somebody
ace
who's lived in
10.
Cleveland a long time.
Frankie with king queen off.
People might be a little tentative to raise their marginal holdings right now just because they've seen aces
Yeah.
and sets and all kinds of craziness already.
I really didn't give him much of a chance. I was impressed.
What was impressive about it today?
Bobby with a decent holding in a big blind.
Good for the city of Cleveland, too.
Might not see it though. Looks like Frankie's cutting out a raise.
They were saying it.
Got a clipboard.
Raise it.
Johnny wide receiver. We need another wide receiver.
Raise a 3.5.
Fast, man.
350, yeah. Well, even ace 10 folded. Frankie picks up the pot.
Thank the Lord.
Okay.
It's an okay fold by Sherry. Ace 10 out of position.
I would have liked to see what Bobby would have done if it got a few more limpers in there, if he'd have tried to.
I think after losing that bigger pot earlier, I think he's probably more content to
Yeah, just
see a
wait.
freebie.
Because I know a lot of times there he'll raise just about anything.
Nope,
He does
not
like
yet.
to
That's crazy.
punish the
That's
limpers.
crazy.
I could get my freaking card.
You're going to get a triple here or something.
Right?
It's
Coming.
going to be a triple.
At
now.
times, a very
hearts.
profitable maneuver.
Oh, it's triple Bobby.
Frankie with 10s, Troy with ace 10. Not a
about
whole
it.
lot else going
Bring the
on.
doll. bring the doll over.
I predict Troy to limp, Frankie
Yeah.
to
What
raise,
was that called something?
Troy to probably fold.
It depends on how much he raises.
I feel 350 again.
Again?
I can't help myself.
Raise it.
And Frankie raises it up again.
400.
400 this
Put a little
time.
tax on that one. I guess the ace 10 didn't even come along to begin with.
Yeah, Troy's fairly snug. He doesn't.
Some
he
people
doesn't
call it
get out of line.
tight. He calls it
It was coming.
snug.
It wasn't a heavy card.
Just chilling out.
Blame Frankie.
Huh?
It wasn't a heavy card in it.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
No, you had my card.
I had that to your card.
Did you?
No, I did.
So when it is all suited,
if
the
it's
card,
if your card comes
Has anyone
up
made any
and it's
money?
all
Have you seen anybody
suited-
make any money in the
I
props
haven't.
yet?
I haven't been paying enough attention.
Everybody.
I haven't seen any money
You're
getting
instantly eating.
chucked around the
Double.
table yet.
So what are you, Greg? Jack of clubs. So yeah, if it's club with the jack out there.
Couple sailboats for Bob.
Ace Jack of diamonds for Greg.
They might be battling again here.
It's a quick $10 from everybody at the table.
Right.
Kind of a dangerous spot having 4s on the button. Ace Jack in the big blind.
Looks like he's just gonna limp in.
Question is, I was gonna say, what is
And
Greg
Greg
doing?
raises.
There's that.
Yeah, with that many limpers, you gotta raise.
That deep was.
Raise. Sherry calls with the ace 8.
Sherry says, "Hey, I didn't come to play on TV for nothing. I'm gonna get my money in the middle." Ace 8-4.
Once you get one caller in there, it starts getting tempting for all the other people to call.
Everyone stuck around? Oh, brother.
As I said, once you get
This is a juicy flop.
it's already a pretty big pot.
Oh, yeah.
Prop.
Prop.
There we go, some props.
There they are.
Prop goes a
Fuck
weasel,
you.
a weasel goes prop.
And Sherry and Greg both hit the ace. Let's see if Sherry calls.
Give me a buck before you buck me over here.
There you
Are we
go.
good?
Should be a quick 5.
I get one more of those from you.
Right. 1, 2.
He has it in his stack.
Who gets it?
There you go.
So I only get 4?
Right.
Oh yeah, because you got
action
your
on Greg
wash.
here?
4.
Right, we're a wash.
Okay.
I-
Oh, check while I'm stacking my ones.
Yes, it wasn't on him, but it is now.
750.
Tiny little bet.
He
I think-
tried to make it
What
tempting.
do you think about that move?
First prop, and that's a double.
Limp call to ace 8, and then you make your ace, and you just let it go.
Nice hand, Greg.
I'd have had a hard time letting it go. But
Like an old
Right.
lover.
Nice purchase, Greg.
Just want to hold on to her for as long as you can. It's like top pair.
Yep, it was a pure ball.
tends to be my downfall anymore.
Prop, though. You all right with that?
Yeah, hold on to it till you run out of money.
Call.
I knew
Damn.
the first one had at least 2 more than one.
Belted.
Prop.
It doesn't usually take that long. We've had like people are,
I think we should do the prop.
Greg's probably feeling pretty good right about now.
Yeah.
You want to do it after?
You did hold up the
Yeah,
front.
'cause
Quads
that's
in
what
that big
everybody-
pot.
Oh, it
Actions go
never hurts to get quads and get paid off pretty
Yeah,
good with
that's
it.
fine.
Especially because that was
Call
the
your-
first act.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
like-
they're waiting for 4s, and he's one.
Carry with ace 9.
Let it play out and then.
Yeah, just call your
Sherry
card
with
when
a
you
queen
notice
10
it,
of
and just
hearts.
pay it out at the end. I knew mine
Not
wasn't
many
playing
more
'cause I had
playable
one.
hands there. Carrie raises the ace 9.
What do you think, Sherry can defend?
That's a defending hand.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I need one more spade out there.
Heads up, 2 players.
Small, maybe. Freaking 4 diamonds, man.
All over you.
This should be pretty,
Yeah, pretty standard continuation bet fold.
Yep.
Yep.
very business-like transaction there. You come along, you won't flop anything, then you're going to fold and give me your money.
You don't always have to flop something to bet, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's all about understanding player tendencies and what their range would be. You know, she's probably calling with paint in her hand at least, and 7-high flop you can generally blast away freely.
Except every time I do it. There's
Everywhere.
aces again. They're
Someone-
all over.
Hey, someone count the deck.
Missy might come in here with a 4-5 suited.
I haven't had aces in like 2.5 years. These kids are getting them every other hand.
4 1/4.
4 1/4.
And Carrie raises to 4 1/4.
Can't see anyone getting too stubborn with their hand here.
Needed a color to make it worth it. Cannot do it here.
That is about the longest I've stayed seated in the poker.
Troy chomping at the bit to get up and walk around.
Go ahead, stand up.
What do you need to go outside and do some wind sprints?
I can do whatever I want.
I had suited connectors.
Not so sure his cardiovascular system could handle that one.
While we're waiting here, if anybody's interested, you can join our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ChaseTheBracelet. give us a like, and we'll keep you updated on all future games and any updates we have when the new season starts.
Really.
Drop by.
He's
Give us a holler. Let us know how you feel about our game.
resourceful.
What you like, what you don't like.
Anything you'd like to see?
Players you like, players you don't like. What you would have done with quad aces. Give us the whole rundown.
Oh,
We'd love to hear from you.
No aces this time, just queens.
Oh, how weird. Queens in a small blind. How rude.
What?
3.
Oh, that's the opposite of a walk.
Meet Sean. No walking.
Walking Dead.
Raises up to 300 with the queens, and he was not going to get any action. Troy
I
here.
got it DVR'd right now.
Good night.
Poker live coverage.
I know. That too.
Oh, I got hammered with that last night.
You know, I
Everybody at
watched
the table was
the footage
chopped.
that Veronica was talking
I
about.
still didn't have a chance to go back. Did you see her?
Seat 1, and I was seat
Oh, I'm
10.
not big. I thought it was. No, we watched the show that night. Because I remember seeing the interview
And I had
that.
All right,
shoot.
we're going to have the
I
chip
called
leader Missy here
And I
under
went
the
back and watched
gun.
it again. I'm like,
Anyways.
Maybe it's
Are you talking about The View?
no, I did see her. You
What's
could
that?
see.
Are you talking about The
one of
View?
her
I'm
face
trying to
with
figure
her
out
back and stuff.
what show they're talking
Oh.
about,
When
and I was
watched
having a
it
hard
originally
time
the
keeping
first
up.
time, I didn't notice her.
Yeah,
She
she's like
scanned
looking
the
That will be
picture.
Goldberg.
Then I went back
If they're talking about the view, I'd have no idea what they were
watched
talking
it,
about.
and
Probably not about eyebrows, because Whoopi has no
I
input.
totally missed it when we watched it the first time.
She has to be the most famous person without eyebrows in the history of.
I know. Such
Famous
limited
people.
coverage this year of it.
Yeah.
Or talent.
Last year they started from day one.
Yeah.
They did.
Brian and I went
Slam.
back and
No,
looked, and we were
thank you.
did
That's
we
the old
miss,
whoopee
like,
slam.
3 days or something?
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
enjoyed all of it.
They did that because
started
Mark
like
was
8.
at the
Sherry
table.
raises
They-
400 with king queen,
Who was?
Mark.
Yeah.
and Frankie
So
folds.
That's why they started.
That's
Bye,
why
Frankie.
they started it at day 4.
Right.
Looked more like a Frank and Weenie on that one.
You couldn't get a sub in there or something?
I just thought, I don't know. They're just
Now it's me.
messing up the coverage.
I know.
And it stinks because there's no surprises like going to the final table.
Mhm.
You already know who.
I didn't look yet. I haven't looked
I
yet.
try not to, but if
I
you have
know.
Twitter, if
Yeah.
there's anything,
There's
I
a
know.
million
it's like,
blogs.
I
with
still
it,
don't
I mean,
look.
yeah.
I know. a woman
What are you talking
who
about?
did
If you
that.
go to
World Series of Poker?
If you go to WSOP website,
Yep.
like, for anything else,
Right,
to
I
look at
know.
something,
Yeah, it's really hard not to get
There.
spoiled.
I pan my eyes
Yeah, there's so
away. I
many
know.
there's so many avenues to find out chip leads,
Oh.
who's doing what, who's doing where,
Take 2 days off.
and then you have to wait
You know what I mean? 'Cause during the
months
night
and months and
I
months
love
before the
watching
TV coverage keeps up.
Aces are heavy. That's fine.
It's just so fun because you know it's not like just an hour or two. You can just
Cave
watch
you
it forever.
aces with
I mean,
aces.
You know what I mean?
Missy with king
I
queen.
like it
for a while.
King Queen's been about as popular as aces so far.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks
you're
like
saying when they did it.
Greg limps in with the 8-9
Yeah, I like
suited.
Yeah, I like that too.
Because you know you got a lot of watching.
Sean raises it up with his ace-7.
When you get to see what leads up to people's decisions later, 'cause,
Right.
like here it's like
Sean looks like a bouncer.
I was gonna
He's
say,
a
let's
guy that I
see.
wouldn't want to mess with.
doing the things
After
they did.
hours.
Maybe like 3 hands before that, this guy was like, do that. And
Missy says,
Missy
care.
defends,
Right.
and Greg comes along too.
Gives you the real perception of it too, yes.
you're not always thrilled about going up against 2 chip leaders, but you flop right, you'll be okay.
There you go. Finally, the heart.
This might get checked through.
Wait.
I don't know. I think Sean might bet here.
Ooh, see that Bach? You see him Bach?
750.
He started to, and then he's like, maybe I shouldn't. Then he goes, well, I gotta do it now.
I pretty much think you
Prop.
raise ace-7 and flop
Ah,
second
there
pair
it
and
is.
check.
Betting on the prop.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
nice
bet almost
play.
every time.
There you go, buddy. 5 of them.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
never hurts
I
to
knew it was coming.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, that
he was
guy
the
was-
never
Win with
other
second
seven
pair.
came up.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
That
That's the
was
first
He was
time.
just like, he was
That's
a
not a
mouse
hand you want to
at
slow
this point.
play and let some
But the other
10
guy
come off there or something. and
No,
have
absolutely
no
not.
clue where you're at.
Because he was, egging him out.
Oh yeah.
I just get a little nervous that, jacks do tend to fall in
Right.
people's range.
Say anything.
Well, you just keep the
Have
bet
your
small
mouth shut.
enough.
Then you
Now
know.
you're encouraging.
But you
the
didn't
guy's gonna
quite do,
really try to
but
get on your nerves.
got the
Yep.
job done nonetheless.
You know, you get called, you can slow down.
That's like,
All right, Sean with ace-10, Troy with ace-7.
Jack offsuit,
Yeah,
UTG,
you just gotta
that's when I put the headphones
bite your, yeah,
under the
bite your
gun,
tongue and-
don't
first
think-
act.
I don't think Troy will be playing.
Putting my game down there.
He's
Even
not
his-
calling ace-10. I don't think he's calling ace-7.
Raise it up.
It's easy to do.
It is. Especially when they're spending their last.
Seems like the raise size has been pretty big so far. There hasn't been anyone that's raised it less than 3x. Most of the time it's been more.
350.
Sean raised it 2.5. when he had the A7.
Good job, Sean.
Win prop, win pot.
Which, in the games in this area, a 2.5x raise is not normal. It's usually 3x or 4x.
Yeah, I mean, there is more of an instance where it turns into kind of a pissing contest. Like, oh, I'm going to win this
Right.
one way or another. So sometimes it is better when you have your strong hands to raise a little bigger because you're going to get called more often.
Yes.
You just got to figure out that amount you can raise and
Time. Yeah.
raise just enough to win the pot.
In a perfect world.
Well, I mean, that's what you're aiming for.
Yes. That is the goal in mind.
If you can get away with a 2x or 2.5x and then you can get most of the people to fold, then that's a good raise.
Got that right.
Frankie with 4s.
Raise it.
Nada.
Sailboats.
Looks like he made it 4 on his 4s.
You can see if he tells anybody that's what he did. Well, I had a 4. I had to make it 400. I don't think that's what Frankie sounds like, but in my mind, that's how
That's what it
someone that
sounded
would
like.
use that phrase, that's what they'd sound like.
I don't think that my prop bet stack is bigger than the other stack. That's not very good.
That is not something you want to have happen.
Norman Chad right back there is probably saying, look at that, this prop bet bigger than the other one.
We are now.
Terrible.
Thanks for pointing it out.
But he's lucky.
Much appreciated.
Chop them in half like this. They're not as
All right.
Yeah. I
Raise
might
it up.
do that. It looks better.
Now, if you get knocked out, the turn.
best so
There-
far.
there's our 2.5x raise.
Your prop is
Cash
7-9
out,
suited.
$3 a hit.
Your
Do
prop is
that.
Well, if I get us a lot of props, I'm probably just going to just get rid of my chip stack and leave.
What is
That,
that,
that way you can do a little mini profit. Oh, nice.
Missy folds the ace 3. Bobby folds the 3-5. And that takes it down, and I think the blinds are going up.
7-9. Gets it through.
My favorite.
No, I gotta keep this together because I'm just gonna grab them.
I believe we're at 75 150.
That seems,
Yep, 75 150.
according to our pot counter, sponsored by ChaseTheBracelet.com.
You even had aces for about 4 hands.
I know. I'm starting to think there's something wrong with the software.
Whatever makes you sleep good.
Yeah, that's right.
Not a whole lot going on here. Let's
No.
see what Kerry does with the Queen or King Jack diamonds.
So is
Missy.
Queen 8 a thing for Missy? That's twice now.
I don't know. We'll have to ask her.
We will have to ask her.
Kerry just calls with the King Jack
I'm sure
of
she
diamonds.
hopes that's after a victory.
Oh no, she did raise. I'm sorry.
Keep getting my free.
Must not be loving it too much.
It must not be her
Not
top
playable either.
favorite hand.
It's like,
Not
it's
even,
seriously,
it's not even a card you want to hold on to,
I should have picked a better card. That way, at least if I have it in my hand, I don't feel bad because I can play it.
right?
Anyone
Yeah.
interested in being
Very
a
nice.
sponsor for our
Right.
Season 5 broadcast, you can contact us through www.pokeronair.com. Our target audience is between 100,000 and 500,000. We have great options for sponsorship still open and a guaranteed return on investment.
Card.
What do we got here? Couple fives for Missy.
Sean with Jack 8 raises it up. Missy's with 5s. Frankie's got an ace 7. He's still thinking. Or no, he's not. And he folded.
Didn't think long.
Missy calls with the 5s.
Definitely a stack to
Yeah.
do that with. Set mining is definitely a profitable spot for her.
Heads up.
I think we should always have a drum roll. Ooh,
That's
that's about as good as you can get for Sean.
Yeah, and that's a kind of flop Missy's not going to be real scared of either.
No, I mean,
Put 3 diamonds in the middle.
And Sean checked it to her.
So is Pinocchio.
And Missy let out.
It's $3. All three.
Yeah, we get
If
15
it was,
bucks.
And
if it was
Sean
3 for 3
calls.
with just 3, it would have been
15.
Wow.
$15.
Top 2 now for Sean.
Can you just at least put over 3 diamonds?
Oh my goodness. What a river card.
Oh, wow.
Now he leads.
Again, I'm sorry, 5 or 1.
900.
900 total.
That's a brutal river.
I just felt it coming for some reason.
I can't believe he checked the turn.
Raise.
Raise.
It's like 21.
2100.
I think that might be just enough to get called.
I think you are spot on.
Nice bet, Missy. Very nice bet.
Wow.
Sizing was just
River magic.
was perfect.
Yep.
Nice, Missy. Man, you got these.
Thank you.
Wow. Nice hand, Missy. Well played.
Nice hand.
I learned my lesson again.
Again.
Thank you for not calling that.
Interestingly played by Sean. What did you say? You open with the Jack 8, you flop what you want to, and then you check.
Twice. Hit the jack on the turn, too, and check again.
I can understand check raising flop, but check calling, I don't know. I guess it's kind of tough to break up the flow when you lead turn, but I mean, you open yourself up for so many. So say a king or an ace comes, or a queen even. They have a better 2 pair than you. So it's not like you have like a hammerlock on the hand because the board's paired.
Yeah, it's
Raise it up.
very confusing. All right, we got a couple hands here. Troy with ace jack raises it up. Bobby's got 7s.
He only got 1 7 to save him if he's looking for a
Yeah.
set.
He lets it go.
I think
It's the first hand Troy's raised.
I think he's noticed that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I just spelled that.
He's probably figuring the best he is a coin flip.
Oh, there it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, there's
Nice hand.
you get. I mean, if he has like maybe, I think 7s are probably actually the cutoff. If he has 8s, 9s, or 10s, I think he's definitely playing Jackson better. I think he's re-raising, but I think 7s are kind of that tricky spot.
We'll have to ask him later and see if he remembers. And
Yeah, playing out of position with 7s against a really tight player is never really the most fun of games to play.
No.
I'm used to it here.
Cards are not reading. All right.
gotta
Sorry
give a
about that, folks.
I forgot to wave my magic wand that time. That's where the delay was. I was tending to my bunny rabbit that I have stowed away in my magician's cap.
Checking please.
We got 10-8 off, Jack 5 off, and 4-5 suited
So
going
we
to
got a
this
free
flop.
one for Troy. And
3 diamonds.
That's
And
pretty
Greg flops the flush,
That's good flop for Greg.
and Sean leads out with top pair.
You're the only one with a diamond, too. So.
Do you raise this flush here since it's
bad.
a little, or do you just call?
I'm probably calling one, and then if he leads again, I'll probably raise.
You have a diamond spade?
Yeah.
Raise.
Just for that reason.
Yeah.
Did you make it 3,000?
I did not
600
see.
bet, and then he made 3,000.
Yikes. That's one way to chase out a bigger flush draw,
So I can put on my best poker face when
which wasn't there that time.
No.
Well,
You're always scared to death of that when you got that little flush.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not gonna miss mine.
Interesting maneuver by
Mr.
Right.
Rick there every freaking time.
You'd be
I think anybody's
surprised.
slept yet. Has anybody
No.
slept yet?
You'd be surprised.
I think we have to quit talking about the props and we'll forget. Forget about them.
What props?
It's hard when you're in a hand.
Call.
That's when it can be.
I think Missy just likes any hand with 8 in
You're
it.
thinking about the action.
That's what I'm.
She's under
I'm
the
learning.
gun and limped in with King 8 off.
Oh.
Maybe she's hoping to start the limp parade there.
Even so, that is I wouldn't say that's top-notch poker skill or strategy, rather. I mean, how much equity could you really be getting at this point?
Yeah.
I have nothing. Somebody betting I'm out of here.
Frankie's saying he's not holding much of anything.
Until that flop is
I know, until it's
awful.
2,
live
4,
it.
7,
Thank
and
you.
he's betting out.
And then he raises.
4 players.
I was close.
Now Missy's flopped top pair and way behind here. Let's see how she
So
plays
she got
it.
top pair. Todd's got top pair, and Sherry's open-ended.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Frankie flopped bottom pair.
Yeah, no one's terribly short-stacked at this point, so
375.
a pot could get a brew in here in real hurry. Really quick in a hurry.
Todd bet
Sorry.
375. Sherry snap called.
English is my second language.
So much for that. I have nothing.
You had to think about that one, didn't you?
No.
It's pretty
I
tricky.
have-
Oh, and Missy
I
calls.
know. I know.
What are you rooting for? What are you rooting for?
3 players.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That
he's
just
right.
got interesting.
Top 2 now for Todd. Now Sherry's got the flush and straight draw.
Open-ended straight and a flush draw. The flush would be brutal. That backdoor flush, you just never see it coming.
If you did, then well done.
Yeah. Pot at 1,800. How much is he gonna bet here?
7 1/4.
725.
725. She's absolutely getting a price to call that.
I think I'm okay with that bet size though. Especially, I mean, if it was heads up, I think maybe a little bigger. But since it's 3-way and you have the
yeah.
chance to gain a little extra money at the end there.
Missy makes a call drawn dead.
That's why the room got so quiet.
See if she tries to make a move at it. A scare card hits.
Dealer making change for the players. And river card. Oh, what a brick.
Disappointing.
Not for Todd.
No.
Todd's thrilled. Todd's doing mental cartwheels right now.
And
Especially
Missy's...
this juncture.
She gonna try and rep the 4-6 here?
I don't know if you can.
18.
Okay, here's a situation where nobody wants to go out first. So if you're thinking on that psychological level, it might work, but you have to bomb it. You
Yeah.
can't, I mean, 18's like a you know, excuse me bet. You need to watch out.
Call.
Yeah, he just gets a call from Todd.
Just the king?
Kings and queens.
Nice hand.
Everyone's too cordial. We need a fight.
Or somebody like me at
How
the table.
could you play that?
Or somebody like me.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We keep you away from the action. We don't want anyone snapping the table in half.
I'm like, I'll
You're
play-
the hell out of me.
I'll play that crappy king and see if I can
Those
get
of you
my prop.
that don't know Paul,
Those darn 7s again.
he's
Wrong
got
king.
a bit of a temper. Wouldn't we say when we get knocked
Well,
out?
the thing about me is I hate losing more than I like winning.
Well
Diamond
put.
would
Hey,
put the brakes on us all.
that is definitely you in a nutshell. You think after all the times it's been unbelievable, you believe it by
Oh,
now.
yeah, no. Never will. All right, we got
Todd's
Todd.
on a heater.
Yeah, you got queens now. Carrie's got deuces. Not a whole lot else going on there.
I think Todd just kind of sat up in his seat and sniffled. We'll see if that means anything.
Right.
Well, we know it does now, but see if it continues on.
Yeah. I saw him perk up there. Missy's got the king 10.
Call.
Calls. And Carrie calls the deuces.
Okay. Queens are
3 players.
fairly happy, but not completely thrilled. How about now?
Queens are pretty happy.
They're fairly happy. They're strolling
doesn't-
along with their little umbrellas, their little parasols, just strolling along. Hey, We got an over pair and a straight draw now.
Yeah, you can't ask for much better flop. Missy's got second pair. She might call a bit.
I think she will. But she was just burned out last hand, so she might button it up a little bit.
That's my last bet, right? Okay.
750.
About 2/3 pot size bet from Todd. And the ducks go swimming. Back to the pond you go.
Heads up.
What
Gin.
a card. Look what Missy
Gin.
has. Missy's got that backdoor straight floosh draw.
Gin, this could be big here.
Check.
She thinks she has a queen of spades as well, but she only has 10 of spades.
Oh boy.
This hand's been funner from the beginning.
Yeah, let's see if this. It may just slow it down again though. No, it looks like Missy's reaching.
Bet.
She is definitely more aggressive than I knew she was.
Oh yeah, no, she absolutely is. Very aggressive.
This is kind of like last hand though. I feel like if she would have bombed it, I think she could have got a fold
Yeah,
from
I was
Todd.
gonna say I don't think.
See, she's just like he's just like it was so small that
He's
he's
like,
like
only two hands at beating. He's
Right.
got a call.
he's like if you got it, you got it. You gotta make them really pay for the information.
I can.
Well, Todd's chipped up quite nicely at this point.
Tell you what, if he'd have bet the turn, they might have had a huge
Thanks,
pot
buddy.
there.
Very well, yeah.
Because she's not folding an open end
TV
straight
crowd.
flush draw.
No, hey, no one should be folding those.
No.
It's the most exciting spot you can be in.
I dream about getting draws like that.
I dream about it too, but I always whiff.
Darn it.
I see the stack going to someone else.
It's really a bad turn, even though I got the straight.
I know it was.
just got ugly.
Well, and I paired the 10, and then the turn gave me the flush draw, and I'm like, I
Todd
wish you
cooled
would have
off
bet
now.
on the turn so I could have folded.
It's nice.
Guess you can't win like 5 in a row.
I shipped them too. So.
Not much going on here.
No. I would have liked to seen Frankie raise there. He hadn't
Definitely.
Played,
I mean-
he hadn't played a hand for a while, and it folded around to him on the button.
Just for the reason of people are conversating about the last hand, everyone's
Yeah.
minds are kind of elsewhere. If they have something pretty terrible, they're not even gonna think twice about folding.
3.
Yeah, Carrie's got second pair here.
Yep.
She calls.
I think it's pretty standard check call.
Let's see if Frankie bets again. Nice bet.
Oh yeah.
Nice bet.
Okay, so now I got something else to look at. Look how fast he bet
Pretty
with
good.
complete error. Let's see if he takes his time a little bit longer next time he's got a real hand.
I've played with Frankie fairly often.
We
He
destroyed them. That's just
usually doesn't hesitate to
Incredible.
bet.
No, I mean, like I'm not sure I mentioned before, but I play with Frankie as well, and he plays Ace King even when he plays 7-5 offsuit.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Absolutely.
game, doesn't matter.
You can limp in with both, you can raise with both. You don't really know what's coming down the pike.
Tennessee. I mean,
Well, the last this year the games have been good.
right. I know.
I'm
They've been
just,
in every game.
I'm shocked on how bad Pittsburgh's defense has changed itself around. I mean, that was a dominating. defense
Carrie
for
with
so
Queen
long.
Jack off.
Horrible.
Sherry was 6-8 in early position. Let's see what she does.
Other offenses. And
Just
You
limps.
know, I mean,
the whole
Not
thing.
too much else going on there.
Yeah, she might get away with a limp on this spot.
People, they all suck.
cities, I like that.
Oh, sorry, Pittsburgh. There's some good
Anybody
people.
that might be watching.
There's some good people out there.
Okay, 3 to
They
flop
were
here.
tempted of jumping into the cemetery grave.
3
They
players.
just did it.
Check. Check.
And Sherry was second pair. Bobby was bottom pair.
I don't love the blinds checking that quickly. I feel like you're just waving the white flags. It gives Sherry complete
Right.
free reign to just blast away. But I like to always think about it for at least a few seconds, just to give someone you know, a bit of a hesitation, like, am I checking top pair? Did I get to see it for free and I get there? So just taking your time, checking a little bit slower, might make that person with second pair think twice about leading into two other players.
You make him change title to black.
Almost fell for it, Tom. Almost fell for it, Tom.
Alright, break after this one.
And we're going to be taking a 10-minute break after this hand.
I was going to say we get chip counts, but guess what? We
We've
already have
got
them. Technology! Woo!
I'm not going to say how excited I am to have this. I've wanted this for so long.
Yeah, it really just brings the whole game together.
Well, since you guys are all raising, there's a really good chance I'm just going to win the hand.
There is always that.
We got a little bit of a limpy session going on here.
Quite a bit now.
This is where I think if this keeps up, this is where I could see where Bob might start doing what we talked about earlier, starting to
just start
beat up on the blinds. The weird part is they're kind of limping with decent hands. So when you attack those hands, they're more.
They defend a lot.
That's the word.
And
they're going to defend.
And that's the one thing that always kills. I never understood the limp called raises.
If it's not good enough to raise,
get rid of
what
it to begin with. Yeah.
Exactly. Todd's open up and down.
And not much else going on there.
No, bunch of overcards.
And looks like he's going to bet it.
450.
Actually, I like that maneuver
a lot.
Way better than the quick check from earlier.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the blinds. Like,
you can have that.
No one knows what you have. Go ahead and lead out. Let it fly.
Break, everybody.
And with all them limping going on, you're putting them on
Greg,
9, 10, Jack,
so many
Queen.
times.
Yeah, nothing too solid.
King, Queen.
And if you get any resistance, then you slow it down and reevaluate. All right, folks, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hold on to your butts, and we'll see you in a little bit.
I couldn't.
I know.
Welcome back, everybody. Just a reminder, tonight's game is brought to you by RFIDpoker.com. Creators of the RFID table, you see in action tonight. Book your own show on RFIDpoker.com. If you're interested in your own RFID table, standard, oval, and championship tables are available, built to your specifications. All right, let's get back to the poker action.
Hey, pops are flying this hand.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, there's only been what? 2 props. Well, 3, but it was a double, but yeah.
Let's see if now that everyone's
3 props so far tonight.
That is
3 props.
3 props all night so far.
Nine cards. We've got 3 people
Pay off, yeah.
making it. That's pretty crazy.
There wasn't very many.
Let's see now that everyone's.
Well, yeah, not everybody's
I'm
in.
getting one right now.
See now that everyone's
I
kind
know
of.
there's at least 5 or 6 in.
Okay. Now that everyone's conversed and talked about the first hour, see if anyone changes their style at all. And
Oh, here we go.
Opens up a
Troy
little
with
bit.
9s, Missy with jacks, Bobby with a king, queen.
If you get
Greg with
knocked out,
8s.
can you still sit here and do your
Oh,
once
Greg
you're
with
out, you're out?
8s.
No, that
Pairs,
for this
pairs,
game,
everywhere,
I would say,
pairs.
yeah, probably, but normally no. You can still stay in.
Troy raised to 600.
We're out. No prop bets after that.
See what Missy does with jacks here. Troy's been playing pretty tight. See if she raises or just calls.
I think this is kind of a coin flip decision here.
Yeah,
I think
just-
either one can work out.
A lot of players, I think she'd have raised there, but
I think Greg in seat 6 will probably also just call.
yeah, I would imagine.
Okay.
3 players.
3 of the flop here.
Prop.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
Oh, brother.
oh, this could get ugly. And Missy with the overpair and a straight draw.
And Greg's leading here. Out of the big. Detroit and seat
Leads
9.
out 1,600.
I mean, this is a pretty
just-
coordinated flop. Let's see if he just calls or raises.
I was going to say, if he calls here, Missy may call.
What a dicey spot for jacks.
This is like a movie flop here.
Dude, this doesn't seem real. This is so cruel. But we love it. 10.
Oh, that would be. And Greg just thinking he's gold here.
Oh, I mean, he's like 90% gold. He's like an
And he's got
infomercial late at night.
0% chance to win the hand.
25.
Unless Troy folds.
I mean,
I think this is a spot where you just if he's got 10 jack, he's got 10 jack, and you just go home.
I think you're right. It's just you never feel too thrilled about it.
Well, what's Missy do here now? You got a
Interesting
big
flat call by
bet.
Troy though. He's left himself with 2650.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that play. I think you just ship it there.
I mean, she feels
Yeah.
she feels terrible though because Jack 10 she has 2 blockers. Like the flop straight isn't
Right.
And Greg's just gonna put them all in. What a decision!
Yeah. Once you've called the turn, you got to call it.
You have to, but not. I mean, the mindset is just I don't want to bust first at all or bust at all. He's like, "Oh, Greg, did you really just flop it?" But if he plays the hand backwards, if you flop the straight, are you gonna lead? Are you leading flop?
Right.
What a decision to make. I think he's actually like 50-50 right now. Oh, that was so close. I thought for sure it was just going to get stomped in the middle. Is it going to happen?
No, how can you? You can't fold here. You can't put this much of your stack in and fold.
Wow.
I don't know. It's probably a bad fold.
Oh, that's terrible.
And he kicks it in.
Oh, I just don't understand that. If you're going to do that, you shouldn't call the turn.
Wow. Greg has no idea. I don't think Greg. I mean, can Greg ever know that he folded that big?
No, he called. Yeah, he called it. It just was a wrong
Nice,
hand.
Greg.
At least one stack's thrown over there.
Yeah.
I think Troy's going to kick himself in the ass there.
You got a low set, right?
Low
Low set.
Wow.
Low set.
What a crazy hand.
Low set over there.
Welcome back to the table, everyone.
Exactly.
I was thinking you had 10 jack.
For sure. Yeah.
That's a monster pot too.
I knew I couldn't
You hit
do
the
it.
queens.
So we talk about playing within the flow of the game. Greg Tilley bucked that notion and still won a
Did you make
monster
a
pot.
seven,
Yeah.
Greg?
Which goes to show you that there's no one way to play the hand.
Yeah, I
You
folded
you
pocket
can
jacks at
you
the
can
turn.
play a multiple different
In a million years.
arrays and still get there.
Well, we got several hands here. Greg with 10s, Troy with ace jack suited.
Did Greg tell him what he had? Or is he,
I'm not sure if Greg told him or not.
his voice is so deep.
All
It's
right.
like come from the center of the earth.
650.
650.
6 1 enough.
Troy raises here. I think if it gets back around to Greg, Greg is just gonna put him in, flip it off.
I feel bad for your child.
Greg, did you hear me? Feels bad for me.
I do too.
He's-
I'm
I
not-
thought about
He's going.
Help you out.
Put me in.
2500.
I'm getting you in somehow, some way.
Greg does put him all in.
Yeah, Greg re-raises,
I
Troy
made
all
a
in.
mistake on the last one,
But
so might as well compound it with another one.
All
Well,
in.
I don't think that's a mistake with
No,
his
it's fine.
stack.
Yeah.
Pretty normal spot.
You got 10s
Short-
versus ace
Short
jack.
stack versus the big stack. Pretty
No
safe
help
flop for
there.
Greg.
No help there. Ace or jack for Troy, or he's all done. That's
Nope.
it.
Running, Greg.
Nice.
10 will do it.
And Troy's the
Good
first
hand.
one out.
Good plan, Troy.
All right. Good luck, everybody.
Take it easy, buddy.
See you, Troy.
See ya, buddy.
Don't take that name tag off
We'll
ever.
have Troy come on in here and
Ever.
I'm gonna freaking
give us a little interview.
one of the two. I don't
My bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Come on in, Troy. Have a seat. Let's have a little chat.
when you called the turn, you couldn't pull the flop.
Yeah. Dumb. Well, I was like, wow.
Go ahead and throw his headphones on. Have a little listen here.
All right. I got to look at this.
Well, you can't see what happened, but you can see the live action in front of you. But we'll start off with, how'd you feel about tonight's game?
I had fun.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
nice.
it's hard not to have fun in a place like this, right?
Sure.
It's modern technology at its finest.
Sure. It was a good time. First out sucks.
Oh, it's always, the toughest aspect of the game. No one wants to go out first. No one wants to come back and talk to me.
No.
As friendly as I am, no one wants to come back and talk to me.
No.
But tell me about how you felt on the table. Playing with some players you've probably never played before.
I was waiting. I mean, I knew I didn't really know anybody except for Greg.
Okay.
And I already told myself I was going to call him, and then for some reason I talked myself out of it.
All right. So, I mean, since we're talking about it, we might as well go back over the hand. So let's talk about it. So you had pocket nines and a three-way pot. You, Greg, and Missy. You flop a set.
Should have moved all in.
Talk
after we
me through the thought process starting to flop. So you flopped a set. Greg bets into you, and you were thinking
of
what?
Going all in.
Just right away.
Yeah, but she was still in, so I was like, well, let me just see what happens.
Because you flopped the world basically. Outside of Jack 10, you flopped basically the nuts. So he lived into you. You have a player to act behind you. You're probably thinking, oh, if I smooth call here, maybe I'll get called by Missy, which you did. So then on the turn, what it was a small card, right? Like a 3 or 4. So Greg bets again.
Should have moved all in again.
Should have moved all in.
Of course. But,
so you called, left yourself with about half of what your starting stack was. Then the river card, he puts you all in. So what all went through your mind there?
I folded winners before in one tournament. So in my mind, I'm like, I could still win. I don't know. I just got myself talked into he had Jack 10.
Yeah.
And then.
Did he tell you what he had?
Well, he said he had a set, and I'm like, I really fucked it. I mean, I messed that up. Once he said he had a set, I knew I was.
Yeah, he had pocket eights.
Yeah.
So he flopped a set, you flopped a set. Him leading into you twice, probably threw you off a little bit because, it's not every time that someone flops a set and leads into the other two players. So a little bit unfortunate how the hand played out, but you're hoping to fight another day. Just turns out that it only ended up being one more hand later. By your same nemesis.
Sure, then he knocks me out.
But I mean, I think the ace jack was a perfectly fine spot to get in the middle. Greg could have a ton of hands in that spot. He's a massive chip leader at that point. But I think
luckily not too many people. I had friends that were watching me, so only a couple seen that bad fold.
So you can lie to people.
Oh, I took a bad beat.
A terrible beat. One of the worst.
Sure.
Like you can tell them, you flopped quads and they ran out of straight flush.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I owe Greg. That's all there is to it.
That's right.
I owe him one.
Well, cool. Well, we appreciate you playing tonight.
Nice.
And we enjoyed it at the table. And
I'm rooting for Frankie.
Rooting for Frankie?
Whatever it's worth.
Okay, that was my next question. Who you're gonna root for? So Frankie's the pick for the rest of the way out.
That's who I'm rooting for.
Okay.
Anybody but Greg at this point, right?
Why would you root for the guy that knocked you out?
Sure.
Doesn't make any sense.
Took half my stack, then knocked me out.
That's right. What a jerk.
I hate him.
All right.
I had a good time.
All right, that sounds great. Well, thanks for a lot for sticking around and having a little chat with us, and you have a good rest of the night, buddy.
All right, appreciate
it. You got it.
All right.
I just want my 7 hearts.
Quarter, you said?
Yeah. I keep getting my 9s.
I don't have any.
So we got an all in here by Sean.
I can change up something if I need it.
Roll out. Showdowns.
Oh, he's short stack.
Yeah,
my part.
Yeah, you don't want
So
you don't want it on there.
my friends are telling me that Sean took a
pretty interesting.
pretty tough one last hand.
No.
To be short stacked.
Alrighty.
And he's our next
Playing
eliminated
giant.
player.
I know, that's why I'm like,
You're
yeah,
live.
old there.
Got a little crack money.
He's got some money. He gets extra money.
Good luck. I'm down $4.
Okay, we'll see if we can get Sean back here
Wrong jacks.
to do a little interview with us.
Yeah.
I know.
A lot of jacks are coming,
One
not
gas
your
connected.
jacks.
I've had my
400
card
can't-
so many
Well,
times.
Jack close.
So funny how that happens. We
I've
go
had my own card.
all that time without any knockouts, and all of a sudden
yeah.
we have
And
two
then-
back to back.
And then they just start flying out of
Small
here.
blind, big blind. Dead button.
They must have heard about my my amazing interview
Your
skills.
skills? Well, here's Sean. I'll let Trevor talk to
That's my
you.
pew.
Slow.
Come on in, Sean. Have a seat.
It's too much.
You need to cut that.
No, it's coming back. It's coming back along, you know.
Not to the knee. Not to the
Welcome to the
knee.
Nerve Center, the behind-the-scenes look. Well, obviously you didn't want to talk to me as soon as you are, but
Oh no.
give me a little recap how you felt out
I
there.
had to go through that stuff.
Oh, I just didn't play well today. One of my bad days.
Hey, we all have them. You should see me golfing the other day. It was a rough one. But overall view, like how'd you feel out there?
Oh, I felt great out there. It was just like another game. I played in the World Series a couple years ago after our league.
Does everybody know
And
my friend Carrie?
a lot of fun, a lot of good people out there.
So how the nerves compare for the World Series and this?
Oh, not even close.
You're more nervous for this one, huh?
Oh, quite a bit, yeah.
I mean, it's always a tough thing to think about. You know, you're being broadcast across the world. You know, anyone out there with a computer has full access to watch how you play. Now the secret's out.
There wasn't much to watch.
Let's watch his hand real quick. Frankie flopped 2 pair here.
I tried to catch my prop and I got sucked in the crappy hands.
I'm not so sure you can get much action now.
Because I was trying to be stupid.
See, this is a great view. I can never lose. I always know all the winners.
Yeah, this is nice being back here.
Oh yeah.
Kinda.
Right. So the Jack 8 hand. That was the tough one. That was the early blow.
Yeah, if I didn't check on the turn there, I think she would have gone away. And
that's basically what we talked about. It's tough because you kind of already established a flow of the hand. You're letting her take the lead, basically trapping her. But she got there. I think I actually let the ribbon in. I think it was a 1-outer.
Oh, it
I
was.
think there was a 5 already folded. So for her to get her full house in the river was a dirty way to get there for sure.
Yeah, not knowing over half the table. I've played with a few of the guys here before, but I didn't know her style of play, and I was only in one other hand with her, and she had the aces against me, so I assumed she might have had a higher pair, and I think there was a pair of 3s on the board, so her 2 pair would have got my 2 pair.
Yeah, so I mean, like we were talking before, you don't necessarily want to blast into somebody when you're not really sure. So the check on the turn, I guess, makes sense with your mindset going into that. You just obviously got dealt a nasty cooler on the river to lose a big pot there.
Oh yeah.
So who do you think's playing well out there? Do you have any people out there you think are a favorite to win this?
I like Todd.
Todd's been playing pretty solid. You know, you won that really big pot early with the King Queen, and been playing really solid. Plus he's rocking the Browns jerseys, which you can never hurts in my book.
Yeah, Todd's a tough player. We've played quite a bit together, and he's solid all around.
That's good. Did it feel weird to think that, you know, your hands are being shown to everyone?
Well, the worst part is when I get home, my son will be getting all over me pretty good.
Uh-oh. Do you think he's still listening right now? You want to say hi to him?
Hey, Kyle, what's up? Don't rub it in too bad tonight.
Don't make Dad sleep on the couch. That would just be rude.
It does you no good on the turn.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, and we're really glad you were a part of our table tonight. Too bad couldn't go a little further.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But I guess someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, right?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I appreciate you letting me come in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
No.
Thanks, guys. You just have to say it. That's the key.
Yeah.
That would loosen the game significantly.
If we were playing cash, that would be a great idea.
I don't know.
Excellent.
You have to be in it, right?
Excellent.
I don't know.
No, you don't have to be in the hand. You just have to
All right.
prop up.
Paul's getting saddled in back here.
All right, I'm back.
I might call somebody else. That'd be nice.
Afterwards?
Hey, you missed your prop.
Yeah.
That's the best time. You see that, Jack?
Right, there's some ugly hands
And
here.
they can say it all the way up to the river.
You can call it. You can call it up to the.
And
Sherry
it
raises
should-
the queen 4.
Until it dies.
Yeah, until he rolls.
And it should take it down.
I think it will. This might have only been her second raise so far, so I think she's probably aware of her table image. I think her husband's at home watching right now, so shout out to the old Pizza Mike Ryan. We don't call her Sherry Pizza, though, or Pizza Sherry.
Well, if it's
I think
every
she-
stack, I have it too.
Too fond of that nickname.
Prop stack. Regular stack.
Greg with the big stack here now. And he picks up King, Queen.
21K, that's pretty substantial. starting from 8,000 starting stack.
Almost tripled up now.
450.
He's just going to get more aggressive now.
Interesting.
Sherry calls with the king 10. Frankie with threes lets it go.
No, I mean, that's an interesting call from Sherry after someone raises under the gun. Not necessarily a standard play, but she might have devious plans for the chip leader.
That's up. Sorry about my Z trophy.
You gotta, oh yeah.
No, that's not the window.
Let's see how she attacks this flop.
Hey, prop.
Prop.
He lets it go. Greg makes a continuation bet at 625 and takes it down.
Let's see if Greg just starts leaning.
Greg will do that quite a bit when he gets
The second left.
It's like a bulldog.
Yeah,
You know, he's got him in a stack now. It's going to take a lot to get him off of him.
He'll play a lot of hands. He'll call a lot of all-ins. He's not afraid to mix it up when he gets.
He definitely has the sheriff badge on right now. He's going to let everyone know that he's the boss.
There's a lot of players when they get that big stack, especially this early, they just like to sit on it, and it's usually not Greg's style.
Yeah, it depends how comfy the chair is, how you want to sit on it or not.
All right, Sherry with jacks, Carrie with an ace jack.
Pretty 9-10 suited for Bobby Miller.
450.
Let's see if Bobby gets in there and mixes it up a little
Depends
bit.
what
He's got the button.
What Carrie does, I think. But if she's flat calls, I think this one might look like a perfect spot to squeeze. Oh, Carrie went away too.
Yep.
That's a lot of respect for Cher.
Really?
What did we just talk about?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's going to splash around a lot.
He gets the tournament and he's ready to go.
Right. Or you
Prop.
have to have like
Prop.
this tall, and then you could reach your tails down.
I know. I literally cut them better than half.
Nine of spades.
Because I'm
Yeah.
packing boxes. I'm moving.
Oh yeah.
And Sherry bets and takes it down.
If she had
Who is that?
maybe like 2,000 more, I could see Greg maybe check raising in that spot just because, you know, he has all the leverage.
Right.
But I don't think.
300.
I mean, obviously we know her hand. She has jacks. If he stops in her face, you know, she might fold, but she was pretty committed in that spot.
What do you want?
It's like 5 and 5 ones.
And I think Greg might have done it even with bottom pair or something. I don't think he's going to do it with 3-5. But
Nah, I mean, I think
he's got a piece of that. He very well could.
Some amount of equity left in the hand.
Yes.
He was drawn.
Gold.
Carrie with tens, Missy with the king 10 suited.
Someone has a rotary dial ringtone on their phone going off.
Todd with the ace 9 of diamonds.
Missy with a suited king 10, obviously
Yeah.
a little prettier than a black and a red one.
Let's see what Carrie does here with 10s. Just calls.
Sometimes
I'm thinking I might re-raise Missy there.
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think I usually raise there, but I was starting to think to myself, like, am I just an aggro monster? Like,
well, especially with somebody that's coming into as many hands raising as Missy does.
and they know each other really well.
Yeah.
They know each other's gene size, I think.
Heads up. Oh, that's so close. If it was, I was
Ooh, the ace 9 regrets not playing.
There he goes check.
See, that's like the reverse.
That's
so,
funny.
Yeah.
So Missy knows that Carrie plays good cards, so she checks the ace.
Yeah.
Carrie doesn't want to get, you know,
That's even funnier.
too goofy, so she just checks behind.
Well, at least yours has got, you made it to the board. I haven't made it to the board.
See, what do you do here now? You have check,
In my hand every time.
and she bets the queen on the river.
600, I think you just go, alright, call.
Oh, yeah, 600.
You go, alright, call.
Into 2,000.
Fine, I call.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, I got the nuggets.
Yeah.
Once again, I think she's underbet the bluff there.
Thought you were waiting for me to catch up or something, and then throw on the river bet. But
That is the only downside of giving our opinion on all these hands. Everyone's gonna get really, really good, and then we're not gonna ever win anything ever again.
Well, that would mean that we won something before.
No.
Wait, we're not the two best players in all of Ohio?
Just
Well, we're the
I was under the
we're the two best
assumption that's
players
how I got this job.
commentating right now. I will give us that.
We're the best commentators in the room. Maybe.
I'm not even going. That
Let me
far.
look around.
There's a couple people in here with us.
Made me think maybe a little bit more.
Hey, I'll throw down. I'll battle commentate anybody.
Well, I know we're better. I know we're better than suited Dan. Oh, we're back to aces for Todd again. Carrie with king queen. Bobby with a king 10 suited.
Raise it. 8 1/4.
And
Good
Bobby
man.
didn't-
He didn't want to.
Yeah.
He
Well,
won.
you could tell he just hasn't been. Anytime he's got a playable hand, it's been raised.
Keeping him out of trouble for the most part.
Raise.
I'm fine with this raise.
Oh,
At
yeah.
first I wasn't.
17,
Then I thought about it and I was like, Carrie hasn't really opened a whole lot, so she might be opening up with a pretty monster hand herself. So you want to get the pot as big as you can. But Carrie's too smart. Right?
I think so.
There it goes.
Yeah.
We
Well,
had
also you got.
we had a
and he
psychic
he flashes
teller
the
on that
aces.
one.
Plus you flat there, and you invite the blinds to come in.
Yeah, I mean he was what using the cutoff.
Yeah, you don't want to play aces.
He still has 3 people to
four-handed.
act behind him.
Because when you see it, it's gonna be later. It's not gonna be
Well, we got a second. I'm gonna remind you to like us on Facebook. Check us out on Facebook.com/Chase the Bracelet. Like our page. Keep up to date with all of our happenings around here.
On the turn?
Any updates, any news, you can be the first to know. You could probably see a few pictures of Paul and myself. Make him your screensaver.
Don't let that be the deciding factor.
I think that is the deciding factor for most.
All right. Carrie calls with a 9-10 suited. Frankie with 4-5 off in the small blind.
I'll check.
And he calls and Missy checks with the Jack 8 off.
Hey, yo, prop.
I'm stuck.
And
check.
Frankie flops second pair and an open-ended straight draw and checks it. Now Frankie has trips.
It was
4. Where's the bet?
He bets the trips and takes it down.
Thank you.
Oh my
the way
god,
to do
now
it.
put your wine in.
I think I'd have had to bet the flop.
I once tripped and then I bet, so
Part of my
he
game.
does it in the right order.
Oh yeah. Almost unstuck.
Carrie with ace-9, Bobby with ace-8.
300's a bet.
The Dempsey and the dead man's hand.
Not. Ooh, the Dempsey. Getting the shot out.
Looks like everyone's kind of
Slowing down a little bit here.
tying their laces a little tighter than before. Where'd that term "plain tight" come from? What a weird phrase.
And just as we say that, nope, I thought he was going to raise. He just calls.
You know, just the old button call. And a quick check.
3 players.
No.
The quick check that I'm not fond of.
Prop.
Frankie with top pair, Carrie with second pair.
Check. 5. 500's a bet.
So we still bet quick.
Yep. Oh, he bets quick.
Somewhere to be.
Gracias.
Heads up.
So that's you know what a really good feeling is? Having a check mark next to your name. It's one of the best feelings you could have.
Ooh.
Bet.
2,000. I'm just gonna
Raise.
stack right over here. Todd.
2,000's a bet. That's what I said.
That was a nice little
You
check
just get
by
them
Frankie
yourself.
on the turn.
Really good check.
Got carried a lead out.
Okay.
I think he raised a little too big though.
Can you put the other ones too right next to it?
She only bet 500. He made it
That's like a yellow one.
2,000.
Worth a try, no?
That was for Lisa and Louise there. For Frankie.
Have you won a prop yet?
Yeah.
One, only
Sorry,
one
I
first
was.
one I
Oh,
challenged.
evidently Frankie has a hand named
She didn't even
after
get
him.
max.
Does he really?
He said he played the Frankie.
Oh wow.
Evidently the 10-8 is the Frankie.
Talking in third
Is it
person
my turn to whine?
at
I haven't
Port Table
done
is one of the
mine
best
I
things you
should
can
be
do.
able to whine for a while since
3, 3,
I haven't
3.
hit one yet.
It's coming
I
3
haven't hit
diamonds,
one.
3, 3, 3. That's what's
You're
on
not
that.
in it.
I hope I never get a hand that bad named after
You
me.
can make up one.
So
for
why
fun.
are you whining?
I just assumed all the winning hands are named after you.
You could pay yourself, play by yourself.
Or all 2 outers. All 2 outers are named
Pick
the
a left
Paul.
hand prop and right hand.
I got an idea later.
I think I
Can you
propped
prop
myself once. One time
Raise.
I think I propped
I
myself.
think you did it more than one time.
I know, I think
think
so.
you propped
Greg
yourself.
raising it up early with King 8 suited.
Who raised? Greggy? I'm afraid of him. I'm out of here.
Chip leader getting some
You should
respect.
verbally tell your opponent that.
This is gonna get through.
Yeah, I don't see anybody playing.
The guy said that so confident, as if there was any chance that anyone was gonna play. Yeah, guys, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I saw they had 5, 2, and 3, 4. What a shock they didn't call.
Frankie had an ace. I thought he might call.
Yeah, but he's afraid.
Considering
Shaking in his
Right.
boots.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, look at Sherry doing the chip there.
Look at that.
That's
Yeah.
a hard one.
That is a hard one.
The betters at the table.
That's so horrible though, because then people are like,
Maybe she should
"Oh,
have a
the next time
have
they
a
see
segment
you,
teach us
they
how to
make
do
you
that.
get there."
I'd love to learn how to roll that chip down my fingers.
That's what's great with the compulsive.
The little
play.
sausage stuffs
I
I got.
love Julie's rule at her house is there's no rabbit hunting.
Greg just calls with the king queen now.
Yeah, interesting maneuver there. If you're gonna raise with the king 8, might as well raise with the king queen. Even if I know your position's one worse, but
Heads
2
up.
of us.
3 diamonds.
All around it. All
And
around
Todd
the holder.
flops 2 overs and a straight
Yeah,
draw.
I've needed to be a king.
She said bush.
check and a raise.
Apparently it's in now.
It is! No, it's coming back.
At 1100
No, I don't think it is.
I don't
There was an incident.
into
Is that sizing right?
750.
Oh,
At 1100 into 750.
Yeah. Big blind, small blind, and a
bring
limp.
it back on accident.
Definitely priced out any draws there.
That's where I think people are just not focusing enough. If you think back through the hand, what is he limping with? What is he betting over the pot with?
Yeah.
Does it really make sense?
Talk about rabbits.
But I mean, Todd might be thinking right now that he does have a decent stack, so maybe he's just kind of chilling out.
Just doesn't want to get involved right now.
You had exactly what I thought you had.
Little small blind.
Couple trays for Bob and a button.
You'll remember that thing we had going early in the game where you dealt me pairs all the
Let's see
time.
what Bobby
Go
does
back
here
to
with
that?
threes.
Stop.
It sure did.
That was hours ago.
700's about.
Bobby makes it 7.
Kind of small in my opinion.
Yeah, very small.
That's up.
I think Bobby's card on the props is 3 diamonds, so he was looking for a set here with this special card.
Yeah.
Bet. 1400.
He can't do anything here but fold.
Nope.
She doesn't have enough back for him to have any equity in it.
What's gonna happen? Bob's gonna go and ask me on next break, dude,
I know.
what am I doing wrong?
Finally, I'll
Well,
just push
there's
my
one
chair
instance
back
where
and sit forward.
you raise far too small on the button, mind you. I mean, I know his stack wasn't super deep, so he doesn't really want to throw in
I'm
like
willing to take mine on the
25% of it,
turn or
but
I just want to see it.
I've had it a lot.
Just didn't seem like it was a
Yeah,
profitable
I mean,
move.
it's basically just a min raise. Greg with threes here.
Moving down the table. Uh-oh.
Oh, and
Uh-oh.
Todd taps it and gets the aces again.
Watch out now.
How many times is that tonight? Like
38.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
counting.
have a tally sheet right next to the monitor here.
It sure seems like it. Oh, a limp here would be just dirty because Greg would raise his threes.
He might re-raise his threes.
600.
He just min raised them. Does Sherry call the min raise with the 10-6? Yeah.
Sherry's doing her best Dr. Evil impression right now. Someone needs to raise to 1 million.
Oh,
Holy potato salad.
Oh, this could get ugly. This could get ugly, folks.
Way worse for you than it is for
This
me.
didn't just happen, did it? This is David at the dentist. Is this real life? Oh my god.
You know what would be the worst card to see now?
Yep. Ace of clubs. Or
deuce now.
spades.
Check.
What?
Oh,
No
how
way.
does he check that?
That's actually a terrible run out for Greg. He has to bet though. I think it gets checked back way too often.
Yeah.
So. Teensy little bet.
If he can get away from this,
Teensy little bet.
if he could get away from this, it'd be one best fold I've seen all
I was
night.
gonna say I think
Yeah.
it's too small. I think he has to call.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wads 2 times in a row. Wow.
Wow, against aces
Let's
too.
reevaluate Greg's
Times
evenings,
in
shall
the
we?
same game.
What is
Nice
this
hand.
game?
Quad aces
Nice hand.
versus someone bluffing in him
I
twice.
feel like it's some kind of
Quad threes against aces.
Quad threes against aces. Then he has a set of
was my
eights
problem.
versus a higher set, and he still wins.
Karma.
What a night!
Well, when you're running good, you're running good.
Volunteer work.
You lost about a minimum.
He must have got up for the early service today and
Because
just stayed
you
until
had the
noon.
three. I tried to plan it out as perfect as possible if you had the three. So yeah. I mean, you get what you ask for sometimes because that $600 bet was trying to get somebody in. Obviously, it didn't.
Well, I was.
Definitely got
Yeah.
I
in.
was
Yeah.
gonna raise too.
But I mean, yeah, I
When you
understand.
raised, I was
Bobby with about 12 big blinds, 13 big blinds, picks up jacks here.
I called it John Jawanda.
Raise.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're about to the point where he's going to start shoving here when he gets a good hand.
It is all.
All in,
Get
4,000.
bets left. It's deceiving.
I don't think I like the all-in. I think your opponents are gonna make more mistakes if you make a standard raise and then you can just shove any flop,
I know I've never
opposed to just shoving pre-flop. Because I mean,
If I could hit them like
what's
everybody else
calling
has
you?
been, but
A hand of flips,
Right.
like maybe tens, maybe
11 and a
nines,
half.
but other than that, like you're not getting a whole lot of action.
that's what I get. That's what I get for trying an experiment. Yeah.
I know you don't want to like raise to like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
12.
Right. You
Comes out ace king 5.
make it 3x, 2.5x, and jam on any flop.
I'm sure you.
Yeah, I think you can still stop and go in that spot.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I had my
Do you want to tell the fans what stop and go is?
So weird.
No, go ahead.
So stop and go
I'm
is
like,
when
oh,
you
everybody
have
else has been hitting crap.
a medium to
Or it's
short
been
stack.
really low, so maybe
You make a raise
I'll just
pre-flop,
loop in and see
sometimes a
what
little bigger than usual, and
look,
then
Bobby's all
instead
in. That's
instead of
what
shoving
happens.
pre-flop, you wait till the flop comes out, and then you just jam your stack no matter what the flop is.
And every time I try it, I should have shoved pre-flop. And every time I don't, I should have done the stop and go.
At a hockey game.
I can never get it right.
Zamboni coming through.
Frankie limps in the small blind and Missy checks behind.
So those of you that watched last week's show, that watched Annette with her now famous sucker, that went undefeated while she played.
400 to that.
Look what we got at seat 1 here. Frankie has now employed the sucker technique. Whether he watched last week, nobody knows.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He did.
so why do you wait till now?
Because he commented to me about the sucker.
So he knows about the sucker.
I think maybe he might have planned this.
Maybe now that hey, secret's out, guys. Your next casino trip, load your pockets with lollipops. And don't ever take one out.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe you can change this way too.
So the new odds-on favorite now, what? Frankie, right?
Oh yeah.
Unless he's like the owl from the Tootsie Roll commercials. Don't bite it, Frankie. Just savor the flavor.
The Bank of Greg.
You can make a few withdrawals from that bank.
All right.
Lines are 2 and 4.
Greg picks up 9. Todd with the king jack.
Well, I mean, how awesome is that to be chip leader and just getting
hand after
nailed?
hand. Well, it happened last week too.
He's gonna go home with bruises.
Yeah.
He's getting hit so hard right now.
That's how Harv did it last week. He, played well and just caught every card.
Raise it up.
Todd raised with his king jack. And Greg re-raised with his 9s. Let's see if Todd calls here or just lets it go. He lets it go.
You got 5, yeah.
No, that is a 5. I just need one back.
I knew that.
Good hand, Greg.
Greg takes down another one.
Whatever.
Pretty sure it was the best hand.
Who's big blind?
Wasn't ace.
It's mine. It's mine.
Wondering.
I am ready to
Obviously,
defend.
I didn't have those.
Just wondering.
I'm ready to battle. I'm in battle mode now. Blinds are high enough, so.
All right, Carrie's got ace 10 here.
I'm gonna catch them all.
Sherry's got ace jack. Not a whole lot going on other than that. Yeah,
all
Sherry just
in.
shoves.
It's a lot, ain't it?
Bobby's wearing off.
It's 40.
45-50.
I don't think
A lot of moolah.
I don't think Carrie. That's going to be almost all her stack. I don't think she can call with ace 10.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
What do you think?
I think these hands
I
are
like
full
the
here.
one that knocked
I
out.
mean, I don't think has Sherry shown a hand
I would've
yet.
felt
No,
bad.
not that I remember.
So there's not really any information
Yeah.
out on her.
I would have raised Bobby though if he didn't.
You guys are picking on me. You're gonna regret it.
Get a king.
One of
Just
these-
remember, I have not raised your big blind one time.
One of these times.
Man,
That's just because you haven't had a chance, and everybody raised it for you.
Good job, Lynn.
I didn't say why I hadn't done it.
Yeah,
I just
it's-
said note I hadn't done it.
it was a huge bet, Sherry. Huge, I say.
It was huge. What's the bet? What
It
is
was a
that?
good bet.
It's the only
You
bet.
just put that up.
Good
I know.
bet.
What is that? I don't know why I was thinking I was small when I was just the dealer. That was my donation to Greg's stack over there.
Where's the aces? Oh, there's
Frankie
queens. I was
picks
gonna say
up
we almost had a spot where we had no hands.
And Frankie's going to raise it up here and probably get no action.
I don't know. If they need the sucker, he wouldn't get any action. But
No.
It is.
Raise 1,500.
We're
Oh.
jumping up quick now.
he's not gonna get any action.
No.
That was a big boy bet.
It was just short of 4X.
Got your props, Nancy. What's your props?
I can't. I haven't.
Usually,
seen it
as
on
the
board
blinds
yet.
go up and the stacks get shallower, usually the
I
raise
haven't seen it even
size
on
of
the
pre-flops
turn
get a
of the
little
river.
bit smaller.
Yeah, because you just don't want to risk as much as your stack as,
Yeah,
when you get,
you're not really playing small ball at all. I mean,
Yeah.
every pot is over 10% of everyone's stack. So
when you're down to 15, 16 big blinds and you're raising 4 big blinds, it's almost pot committing yourself.
I would say yes. There they are. What is it? This move?
No, the queen's moved over a spot to Missy now.
Being a dealer trying to get a date,
And once
passing the ladies to the lady.
again, I don't think she's going to get much going on here. Well, I don't know. Greg's got king 9.
I just see her make it like 1,000.
Raise it. 1,200.
3X.
What is this? 2004? I kid. 3X is perfectly fine. Especially with this dynamic, you have Greg, who's going to be calling pretty wide, so why not raise bigger? That's
and Missy flops a set.
There's my girl.
There's that queen.
There's my girl.
Finally.
We had what, like, decent number of pairs. I think half of them have made 3 behind.
Good luck, all in.
And Missy moves all in for 41.75 after
Don't
flopping the
think
set.
I like that one.
Thank you, thank you.
That is about as dry of a flop as you can get.
I think if you're going to do that, why not do it pre-flop?
Check. I might think about checking turn. Nothing scary gets out there. You got to supply the rope for your opponent to hang themselves.
Especially somebody as aggressive as Greg.
I flopped my set.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like he's been a complete rock over there. You know, he's been messing around quite a bit.
I flopped 0.
I wish I could do that Norman Chad voice inflection he does, where he just gets that high-pitched squealy thing going.
My voice doesn't go that high.
No, you get those sultry baritones.
I'll pay you off next time.
Okay.
You're starting to scare me now.
Took you long enough.
Next. Maybe next hand. Let's do it next.
All right, let's see if anybody wants to raise it up here.
Hit this prop.
I feel like fold.
Nah.
It's not fun anymore.
Raise.
See if Greg raises it.
Raise, make it 8.
Yeah.
You hit your king.
Pretty standard, I think.
No, I haven't even seen the king on the board. Not even the turn of the river.
How wonderful is that? Just risking the minimum.
I would have called it.
Greg's gonna get a jack of
It's
clubs,
good to be
right?
the king.
He is. He's just
Feel
saying
like
out
that.
I don't care if I get it.
I know at this point he doesn't even care. Yeah.
Make sure you cash out.
I think stabilizes pretty good too.
What, hon?
Sean left with that collection.
That stabilizes pretty good.
Oh,
then.
really?
You just left it on the table.
Well, we brought it back for the interview. and then
Notice
left it
Mark
on
is
there.
gravitating towards the side of the table that has 2 women.
Big and bulky.
Why'd he do that?
I tell you what, the 2 people I'm most surprised tonight are Carrie and Bobby. I thought they would just sit next to each other, especially just carry on all night.
Yappity yap yap. I guess they are the 2 most card dead players though.
Well, that's true.
They don't have the.
Anytime either one of them's had a reasonable hand, there's been a raise in front of them.
They only have chirping chips.
Just me and Sherry. All right, I like it. Go ahead. Plus, I have my.
All right.
I was waiting for that.
Sherry and Frankie go to the flop.
I tend to lie about
Blind
it.
versus
I
blind.
like to say it.
It's okay. We got 5 big blinds.
Oh, you're,
Right?
you're in trouble.
Sherry doesn't want to make a 6.
And a 9 high, he'll take it down.
Do you bet?
Sorry.
Oh, he bet. Nice.
Might as well, right? I think he thought he had the straight.
I thought he had already checked.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh.
I absolutely would have
You're right. You had
bet.
I said I had.
I'd have bet the flop.
But yeah, there's not too high of a probability of winning with 8 high, so.
Yeah. If she'd have checked the flop to me there, I'd have thrown a bet out.
Sure, yeah.
Hold on to it.
9 minutes.
We're on a nice little tear of a couple people get knocked out. I kind of thought
I'm itching.
we'd have a
What do you got?
parade of
4,
folk
41,
Don't
42.
walking back here,
about
but
Well, I'm going to make a prediction. Bobby's either going to double up soon or be back here real soon.
that's not fair because my prediction is going to be pretty much the same thing. All right, my new prediction is Greg will not be out next.
Okay. That's
Raise
going
to
out on a
1200.
limb.
Hey,
Sherry raises it
why
up
would anyone
here.
go out on a limb? That sounds like the dumbest idea you could have.
Well, that's why.
Is that where it is?
I was kind of thinking
Oh,
about that.
okay.
Floor. He's got video equipment on the table.
There's
I
Frankie
believe that
call.
is
You got
not
about 4 back.
legal.
Contemplation
31,
mode.
50 back.
I don't mind a call here. I like this.
At least he's asking though. I mean, he's thinking through the hands,
Yeah.
thinking, you know, if I call, what do I have to do to get the rest of her stack? And he realized it wasn't.
I would have liked to call there just because I know right now her range is so big that she's got to start winning some pots.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Bobby B millions will be under the gun here.
I'm gonna call my dad and yell at him and tell him this sitting back approach doesn't work for me.
Looks like Missy might have got some coaching from her dad, she said. letting her know she needed to sit back.
Is her dad Doyle Brunson?
I don't know. He might be.
Yeah, Doyle Brunson might be her granddad at this rate.
Raise 850.
I think we probably would have known by now, right? If her dad was Doyle.
Probably.
Probably heard about it.
Greg raising it up here with 7-8 suited. Frankie's getting a little suspicious, I think, of all Greg's raises.
He's got a stack big enough that he can hang around a little bit.
And Missy calls with an ace, and that invites Carrie in with the 3-5.
Prop me up.
4 players.
3 of diamonds.
3 dimes one time.
Now you're calling for his prop too?
I like the guy.
He feels bad for taking off my
What
prop.
the?
Frankie flops open-ended. Greg flops open-ended.
Check.
Ace High still the winner as of now?
12-25.
Ace
Have I
High's
seen that
ahead.
right? Ace High technically has the best hand, but it's only 20%.
Frankie's the
6%.
favorite.
Yeah. Best non-paired. This could actually get kind of big.
Could he check raise here? I mean, raise here?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, just calls.
Heads up.
I think I do prefer a call here over. Oh my goodness. Once your night, your night.
Boy,
Wow.
when you're running good, you're running good.
Problem is, I'm not so sure he's gonna get a call here.
1675.
That ain't much compared to the pot.
No, it's definitely not a very big bet.
He's absolutely getting a price.
Let's see if Frankie.
Oh, if Frankie can hit here.
King of clubs.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Oh, that would be brutal.
I am a foul person.
Oh,
my Lanta.
Frankie may double up here.
What a brutal riv.
Frankie may double up here.
Bet.
I'm going to rename the Queen 10 after himself as well.
23-25.
Oh, let me check. Hang on, guys. I'm going to make sure I still have the nuts. Yep. Put my card protector back on. I think I would just stuff it.
Greg would snap calling.
Looks kind of bluffy. I mean, are you just gonna raise like a 1-pair hand? Doubtful.
Right.
But you might bluff with a 1-pair hand.
Raise.
4 on top.
How much?
4.
Wow. I thought Greg would just jam.
Total is 7,300.
I'm
Is
all in.
Yep.
All in. Call.
I got the nuts.
Yep. Greg jammed and
I don't know if Greg-
Frankie doubled up.
I'm not sure Greg knew there was other nuts out there.
I don't think it would have mattered.
I know, but like, just see how confident he turned his hand
Yeah.
over. I think he kind of thought like, I've got it.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered.
Wow.
Very
What a
nice hand
what
for
a turn of
Frankie.
events.
We have a new chip leader.
Let him double you up.
Around 10,000.
Oh my!
Nice hands, guys. That's
It's the
that's
sucker.
a rough one there.
Oh,
Holy guys! Hey,
11,900.
one time it's a fluke,
I'm
two
going to-
times
I'm
write
going
it in
to the store
stone.
tonight and buying me a couple bags. I know that.
11,925.
He might be sucking on dum dum, but hey, he ain't no dum dum.
Nice hand, Frankie.
Thank you.
Very nice hand, Frankie.
Lucky on the river.
Well, we got a second here. Let's talk about something a little more serious. Gambling addiction is real. If you or a loved one may have an issue with gambling addiction, the first step is to call 1-800-GAMBLER to identify where you are and what you should do next. It's not a laughing matter and something serious. So if you or a loved one have any issues with that, please get a hold of 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, if I hit, I was going to get all your chips.
Oh, yeah.
We root for it.
Oh,
We asked
yeah,
for
'cause I
it.
was a small blind.
And we got it.
And we got it.
Oh,
I think we like called our shot, like Babe Ruth style.
Oh,
Just
you got what you deserve.
kaboom, out of the park.
That's not necessary.
What'd I say about Greg not being out next? Sorry about that, Greg.
He's still got a pretty good stack, I think.
Hey, you don't know the power of the T-Dot Jinx until you've seen it in
I
action.
would call that the Milwaukee best moment, or whatever that is.
Jack Links.
Jack
Isn't it
Links.
Links?
Jack
It's changed now, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to be the
I
beast.
miss Jack Links. Those are some good commercials.
Oh, Missy with ace jack.
Oh, Bob's going broke.
Bobby with ace 9.
Prediction.
You think?
Yep.
Whoever makes the 5 and 10, you got to do the side prop things like they did with Helmuth. And all
But
them,
she
doing
might
all
stuff
sorts
it.
of sides. You see
I don't
that?
know.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough to fold.
Fun to watch.
Oh yeah, those side game
Yeah,
actions
I
they
said
do
whoever's the
If she
final
stuffed it,
table,
I would be able to
you can,
fold.
You know, just little extra things to throw in there. If you do like one session,
I like
you
stuffed
do it
shells.
Yeah.
here and there.
Nice ricotta.
Where's 21?
See, now this is where he might go broke.
I would like to copyright that.
Now, if she jammed, he could get away from it, I think. Here, I don't know.
Nope, folding.
Nice fold.
Minute and a half to break.
Frankie forgot about sucker power.
I showed one time earlier and said I wasn't.
I
doing
think
it.
if Greg goes back and looks at that hand,
I'm a woman
well,
of
with
word.
what he had and the outs he had,
Say
with the
what you
flush
say, say
draw,
what you mean.
but he priced him into that. You know what I mean?
But I think he wanted to.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, he had what?
Stacking over there yet,
Yeah,
Brady?
6
he had,
outs?
Right?
he had
That's a lot
the
of
he had
work,
the
buddy.
nut straight
Two hands later.
and
A lot
the
of
flush
work
draw.
there.
Like
Yeah.
40,000 chips.
Yeah, you want him drawing there.
Very, very large.
But at the same time, like, I mean, we'll talk to Greg about it later. But I really think that Greg didn't see the queen 10
Yeah.
as a possibility.
You know what? I really think he'd have called even if he saw it.
Whether or not he admits it, who cares? But like,
Yeah.
just the way Frank
Just-
said I had the nuts, and then Greg flipped his hand over like, wait, no, I had the nuts.
Yeah, no, just playing with Greg enough, I don't think he's ever folding that big a hand no matter what.
I'm not folding.
No. I don't know if I could, but
Folding the prop, sucker.
Mine?
We're always
Mine
right at
was
the
6
last
o'clock.
second. We always had the last second on them.
It's always a bad sign you can hold all of your chips in one hand.
5 seconds.
I know that feeling well.
Got one more level before break? Is this?
I think I heard him say a minute or so ago that it was 1 minute to break. So if that was right, then we should be on break after this hand.
2 5s for carry. There's a couple 3s for Greg. What do you think? Has he got the magic left in him?
All in.
He may call.
I don't want to wait around for break.
Speech. Speech.
Break now.
Little over 4, Greg.
He may call.
Maybe a little bit more. 42, 43.
That is a tough stack.
47, 49,
35.
37.
He's got what, 4 out there?
Everybody.
Oh, we had 2 4, right?
Yeah.
You got 4 out there? Man.
43.
He was eyeing you, Stack.
45, 75.
Think that was about 6.
I think I would let this go. Because the absolute best you are is 50-50, and if she has any pair, it's going to be bigger than 3s.
So yeah, you have 3 people with fairly short stacks. I mean, longevity at this point is probably more EV.
He made the call.
Expected value than calling a spot like
This
this.
whole hand, you can't lose.
Well, Carrie, you couldn't get it in much better than that with 5s.
My jack.
Dang, I was gonna hope for my prop.
Props.
Well, Greg won a prop on it anyway.
Oh, there's chop outs.
And Carrie doubles up.
Yeah.
She gets there.
Are you allowed to stand up? You gotta give him a prop though.
That's all right. I'll give him a prop, but I double
All
up.
right, I think that puts us on a break, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Nice hand.
Don't miss us too much.
5.
Welcome back. Tonight's game is brought to you by RFIDpoker.com, creators of the RFID table you see in action tonight. Book your own show on RFIDpoker.com. If you're interested in your own RFID table, they have standard, oval, and championship tables available built to your own specifications. All right, let's shuffle up and deal.
You don't have the patience
Welcome back,
to listen
everyone.
back
Supposed to
in.
have patience.
Yes.
Don't forget to check out our Facebook page at Chase the Bracelet on Facebook. Like us, share us, tell your friends about us, tell your mom, anybody that wants
got it all out in
to
that practice round.
watch really
Yeah.
exciting poker.
That was good.
And this poor guy is only one he won.
He got the shove out of the way early.
Troy. Yeah, Troy was second.
Well, if anybody missed the last couple hands before break, they were just brutal for our
3600
chip
all in.
leader, Greg.
Good luck, female.
He went from the big chip leader to second or third short stack now.
Bobby's all in for not much, 36.
And
he gets it through.
Takes it down.
Got the ace-7 to fold, too. I think the ace-7's not so sure if he wanted to fold there. He's still thinking about it. This is going to be
I would like to see
a level where we see a few players drop out, I do believe.
Yeah, I
somewhere
think
in
so.
the first 3 cards.
Stacks are getting pretty shallow.
We
Actually,
get
I did
3 or
play
4
catch up. I
people
would
here
like to
with
see
10
3
big blinds or
hearts
less.
with the king.
Like kiddie pool shallow, like no diving shallow.
Catch up.
I'd like to see 3 diamonds.
Missy
and
under the gun with king 10.
diamonds.
That's right.
This is actually pretty close to a shove, too, I'd say. Shove or fold? She likes to fold.
Round to
Did Todd
Greg with
it's
queen
on Todd
10.
still.
Oh, it's on Todd?
If we had a false
Okay.
fold.
1200.
Todd raises to 12 with the ace-8 of diamonds. Frankie, the big chip leader, with queen jack off.
And this is a clear call.
Yeah, min-raise. You pretty much got to defend here.
With all the monies, you can't ever fold.
Check dark.
Heads up.
And check dark. I hate that.
King.
What's the point, you
Damn
know?
it.
Ace of spades has been hot, though.
I don't care. It's not the king.
Frankie checks, who's on Todd.
I thought there was too much in there pre-flop too, but he flipped it in. I thought he said 12 total, and he put another 11 in. So
No, he
got-
didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm thinking there's too much
Yeah.
on top.
I think you're right. I think he put 1,000 in
Oh, prop,
instead of a
prop,
5.
prop.
Anybody else call anything?
There was the
Just a small blind, right?
right
Small blind.
300.
300 and
So
12,
12 and 300.
And
then the rest
Frankie
is
folds.
his.
I saw he had
Yep.
6 blacks
I
out
think,
and he
yeah.
put
I
1,000
think he,
in.
I think
And
he
then
put
put in
a,
a
he,
yellow and a 1.
yeah, I think you put a yellow and a 1 for the other
So you
6
got
instead of
500
an
back.
orange.
Right, right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I
I
did. I
thought so
put
too, but the
1,000.
dealer
You put it on top
Yep.
of your 600.
Yes,
Yeah.
I put it in the wrong one.
you did.
Dollars.
Nice
Okay.
catch.
It's sort of a little bit out there, but they got to figure it out.
I got confused.
That's why we have a professional dealer,
Yeah,
right?
we're
Absolutely.
paying attention to the details.
I had a senior moment.
Small blind. Senior.
Frankly, I was born with senior moments. I'm blonde and I'm a full lock, so.
Oh,
We definitely want to give a big thank you to our dealer
See that last
tonight,
name
Jerry
right there?
Shin. He's
Oh,
done an
that's cool.
amazing job with his technology, keeping
I
the
saw
game
Frank.
flowing at a
And I saw Ski.
very, very quick rate for everyone.
There's a Z and a K in the same word.
Not a whole lot going on here.
Ace 9 just get folded?
A Z, a K, and an I.
Happened so fast I didn't see it. Frankie
I
with
think the
5-7.
Dempseys are watching, and the honorable Mike Dempsey hand just went to the muck.
Whatever, you're not a classy
This is
girl,
insane.
We all know it.
Oh no, Missy, I am. And sausage.
Frankie limps in.
Go ahead.
You do.
You
You're
don't.
Missy.
I think I'm applying pressure there if I'm Frankie.
Heads up.
I think I'm
You have to. You know, give it a 2.5.
That king's
Trade?
just a
You want
teaser.
to trade suits?
I would like to.
I don't think that's spade. You nick it
Now you,
apart.
now you lead out. She's got
Kinda
bottom
like
pair.
to.
You may
don't think
call.
it's enough, though.
I don't
700.
know.
Yeah, I was just making sure they
All right.
still as ugly as
I think she was checking to see if that 6 was a heart. See if she had any sort of
Okay.
backdoor action.
they were.
I do.
Okay.
Kelly, can I do the
I tend to
final
call
vote
there. Maybe too much, but
Oh, that's cute.
I figure heads up it's hard to make a pair.
It'll be a week from next Sunday.
And I'm thinking if he had a king, he's going to be raising.
Shout out to all you
So I'm
Did I
only
have your
putting him on
number?
a 9.
Well, that I mean, those are all the things you need to take into consideration when it's
Right.
blind versus blind. You know, is he really going to limp in with a king? Maybe a 9, but
I usually
she's in a tough spot where she is
Bobby's going to ship.
she is
Yeah.
short.
4,500.
Bob's gonna get called at least one spot, I imagine. Probably just one. He's got the win and flip.
Let's see if Frankie calls here with King Queen. He'll be the only one if it gets called.
Yeah.
I have the worst headache. I don't know why. It was folded before I even drink or anything today.
I have some
You know Frankie a little better than I. What do you think he's going through his mind here? Is he just trying to make sure he's
He
not up
doesn't-
against it?
Well, he knows he's not the best hand. He's just thinking, am I getting the right price to
Is that my
call?
3 diamonds?
Yes.
Yep, that's what it shows.
She was. I mean,
I think if it had been maybe another 1,000 smaller, I think he makes the call.
without any
That would've
hesitation.
been like
Yeah.
a courtesy.
Didn't have that king queen, not that good. I could have been shut down.
Yeah, he's just saying it right there. He knew he didn't have the best hand, but
It's the big black.
Sometimes the best hand
all the pink
pre-flop,
and
sometimes
purple flower.
versus the best hand at the end of the hand.
Behind pretty bad.
believe me, I know that the hard way.
It can change. It can change really quick.
We'll see it on TV.
Yep.
Todd under the gun here.
We are not getting the cards.
There they are. Sometimes you just gotta ask for it.
You must be in Carrie's purse.
It's called a sexual bag. It's not a purse.
Raise 1,600.
My sexual
Someone made it 16
sash.
here.
Leave.
Frankie here.
rated at 16.
No, it's in a little white bottle that
Yeah, I like that.
says.
Now he's
the
putting a
name of
little
it on
pressure
it.
on the blind there.
Says
Using his staff.
ALEVE
Especially
on
those
it.
blinds. I mean, Carrie and Bob are both really short stacked.
Lord
Right.
allergy.
That's why I was surprised you didn't raise Missy. That
And he doesn't have
Couple
he doesn't have
hands
a
ago.
terrible hand if they decide to
Right.
stuff it in there.
Did you bring the other thing?
It's in your pocket. Yeah, your pocket.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, your pocket
Yeah, your
does.
pocket.
Front pocket.
Sherry with Queen 9.
Where you going, Dan,
She's
with
good
that?
short. Carrie with
Where you going with Pinocchio
Queen
with that? You
Jack
don't like
suited.
Let's see if Frankie raises again here with the ace 6 suited.
Might get a call from Carrie.
Oh, you're out there talking crazy.
She's back over starting stack,
Yeah.
so she's I'm sure happy about that.
Raise it up. 19. 18.
Maybe the first time Missy's folded with an 8 in her hand. She liked those 8s earlier.
She's a little cheaper earlier too, I think.
It's true. Less of a percentage of her stack.
She really cooled down a lot. She hasn't got much going on since the beginning here.
And the Frankie train has officially set off from the station.
A whole lot of sports scores to check. All college yesterday. All pro today.
See if he keeps it up.
You get to watch the World Series of poker.
I don't see why not.
You get to watch The Walking Dead.
On the night.
Ready to see what happened there in Terminus?
Little Walking Dead chatter.
Oh, we might get Bobby
They
to shove
started on
here.
day 4.
Ace 4 on the button.
Day 3. I didn't like that. Wonder why.
I would say more than likely.
I would say if it's folded to him,
that's what my
I'd give it
dad
about
I did that a couple days,
90%.
Yeah, the last season got dry though.
Think about it.
All in. 45, 40, 45.
Todd with King Jack.
I think Bob shoved the last button,
Yeah.
so I think
Todd's
ears are perking up a little bit.
You can see it on him. He's thinking about it.
Nope, I'm just gonna keep thinking about the Browns win. What a great day it was.
Chips.
Staying alive.
Yeah, that's about
Bob should
half.
have kept singing it. We have a little Bee Gees rendition there.
That's about half a Todd's
Three of
stack. I
diamonds.
know he's
Three
getting
diamonds,
suspicious,
all
but it's still hard
diamonds.
to call off half
One
your
time.
We
stack.
haven't had a double or a triple
That's why it's great to be the aggressor.
We really haven't even, except for Todd's card, we really haven't even had a lot of props. Greg's only had his once. You've had yours once.
Yeah,
That guy had
yeah,
his
a couple
twice,
times.
maybe.
He had $28. And he cashed out.
It came a couple more times,
Yeah, but
too.
Yeah, it
After
came
he left.
after.
Yeah.
Oh, Todd with Ace Queen
Tad,
here.
tad, ace queen for Tad.
Missy with Jack 8.
Interesting. She's back on the 8s.
18.
She likes some 8s.
1800's back.
Hey Missy, I got bad news for you. You're gonna be playing for a little bit more.
I think it's gonna get raised here.
I think I just stick it in the middle here. What?
We have floppage.
Wow. That one surprises me.
To quote Bob, we do have floppage here.
She's bringing 2 girlfriends too.
No.
Oh, she's coming.
No, she's got
This is an interesting turn of events.
Smacking that flop.
Bring a boy. Bank! No, that's just a tease.
That is a tease.
Missy flops the gut shot. Todd's got top pair with 9s on the board.
Missy's first to act.
I'm all in.
Call.
Whoa,
There it
shit.
is.
Snap shit.
I need a 10 badly. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she definitely needs a 10.
10. 10.
Trying two
You want it 2
tens.
times?
And I'm guessing he didn't get there.
Missy's the next one out.
Hold on. I can go make it type in. What is it?
It's a 10. It's a 10.
Okay, we're gonna usher Missy back to the donkey dungeon to have her thoughts about the
I feel like
game.
I am. I feel like I know everybody's now.
Oh, when the river didn't show up,
Is that going on?
Should be fine.
Oh, look at this. Just follow the bottom two and it's
Okay, I was gonna use the Sharpie, but that works. You're a good prop sheet. What is it?
Prop
Handler?
sheet handler.
He's
Controller.
good. Controller.
Come on back, Missy. Come have a seat.
What the hell?
I think I know them by heart.
You don't have a cleaner 9, you can't call.
I know.
EJ, can you let them know they need to reset the?
She went all in.
What do you need me here?
Yeah, come on.
sit on
It's. I'm not really sure. It's Paul's contraption. Yeah. Go ahead and throw on the headphones. We'll have a little chat.
Actually, your knees go where you're sitting.
Come on, guys.
Welcome.
You are? You got blinds.
Hey, Trevor.
So, obviously, you probably didn't want to see me until after you won.
Not yet.
But here you are.
Right?
So, give me your thoughts. How do you think it went so far or
Well,
tonight?
I thought it went good. I had a couple big hands early that gave me a chip stack.
Monster
and-
hands, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, the
They-
set of
hands-
sevens, you
they
know.
kind of played themselves. And there were a few silly hands where I tried to catch my prop card and played a stupid king. And
Oh, so maybe we should take a step back and talk about this prop game. So do you want to tell
Yeah.
everyone how you guys are playing it and everything?
The prop the flop, you're looking for a single card on the flop. You call it pre-game.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit just that card in the window, you get paid $1 from everybody who's propping.
Oh, cool.
If you hit that card with a 3-card flush, you get paid double.
Oh, nice.
And if it's 3, like mine was a king of hearts, so if it comes king, 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 I get paid triple. So I had a crappy king in my hand, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can hit my prop and get paid twice. Didn't work out so well, because then I hit a king on the board.
Yeah,
and
then
it
you
was-
can free roll yourself. You're winning and you're winning.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to.
You actually had a really sick spot earlier when you had jacks with a lot of action in front of you.
Right.
So we had Greg and Troy in the hand, and as it turned out, they both flopped sets on a 9-high board, and you're probably thinking, what the heck is going on?
You know, if it had just been Greg betting and I didn't have Troy behind him calling,
Mm-hmm.
I might have been able to stay in the hand. But with both of them going at it, and they were going at it hard, I knew my jacks couldn't be good.
They kind of shrink up a little bit, don't they?
Oh yeah, they shriveled fast.
Speaking of Greg, we have an all-in here with Greg, and he's got pocket queens, and Sherry calls with her 9s. I think Greg has her covered.
Yeah, if he does, it's not by much though.
So we might have a other person back here to chit-chat with.
Big game.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sherry's the next one out.
Yeah, Greg is back in build mode after he gave all his chips to.
It was less of a gift. It was a pretty sick hand. Greg turned to straight, then Frankie Rivers the nut straight.
Right.
And Greg had the flush draw to go along with his. But so you think you had a good time on the table then?
I did. I thought it was a good group of people. I had really only ever played with Carrie before. So it was nice playing with a bunch of new people, new strategies.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's tough that they're unknown to you, but you can use that strategy to your benefit as well by
Right.
being unknown to them.
Yeah, so it was a good game. Didn't end the way I wanted it to. But
Yes, well, that only happens for one of them. So.
I know.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by and talking to us.
Thanks. I hope to see you again soon.
Definitely. Thanks for playing. Now we'll see if we can sneak Sherry back here to have a little chit chat with us.
Hi, Trevor.
Hello. Come on in. Throw the headphones on. Let's have a little talk. Well, tough go tonight.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Kind of disappointing, non-eventful, wasn't it?
I mean, you didn't get much. I mean, you had tough sledding from the get-go. No big pairs really.
One time, got jacks one time the whole night.
Yeah, and you weren't up against any smaller pairs or anything like that. But overall, did you have a good time on the table?
Oh, always have a good time.
It's pretty exciting, definitely from my point of view, to watch everyone and all the different strategies and different how everyone analyzes everything. So what were your highlights playing out there?
So now I just want to go home and watch the tape and see if I made the right laydowns.
Do you think your husband's going to be picking you apart when you get home?
No, he doesn't do that.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Michael.
He doesn't do that. He will be supportive.
You better have a bubble bath drawn ready for you when you get home.
A glass of wine poured would be nice.
Yeah. I'm sure you're still listening, so get on it, Michael. So at this point, who do you think is the favorite to win?
Frankie's kind of got a lot of chips.
He's got a bit of a mountain over there.
He's got a lot of chips, and with him being right to my left, right when an all-in phase, I knew I was getting called with any shove. I mean,
makes it
was
really
likely.
tough in your position.
It was likely that I was going to get called with any shove, so I was not liking the giant stack to be right to my left.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter how well you play. Sometimes it matters where you are seated at the table because
Right.
you can be handcuffed in situations where normally you'd be playing a lot differently. But when you have a guy that has
when you look over at that stack,
half the chips in play in his stack, it's it's tough.
It was tough.
It's an uphill climb, to say the least.
Right.
Well, we appreciate you playing tonight. You played great, and just didn't work out like you planned, but I think there was nothing you did incorrectly or anything like that. So
I did okay, Trevor, because I couldn't wait to find out what you thought.
You did a great job.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. I'm really excited that you guys let me be a part of this.
Yeah, we're glad you came. It was awesome to watch.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oops. Sorry.
That is a dirty, dirty turn card for Frankie.
Actually, if you want to adjust this one too.
It's like Todd kicked it in.
Do you need me to stay off of one of them? Which one do you want me to stay off of? The one that's right on the left.
Go ahead and crank that volume back up over there.
Yeah, very interesting hand there last hand. Todd was small blind with nines and just called.
Yeah,
I was real surprised he didn't raise up there.
Yeah, I was in jibber jabber mode. I wasn't following the action. I was probably as close as I should have. People just folding aces around here.
And then he just checked the flop and let Frankie catch the turn.
So Frankie needed Todd's 9 to make a straight. And then
him and Greg both would have had a straight.
And then he makes an ace anyhow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Raised 1200.
Now he raises with king 9 off. It doesn't raise in.
We thought 2 9s were just too good.
I think he might have tried to get a little too tricky.
I think this stage of the game, trickiness isn't always the best play. I mean, when you're deeper and you want to try to, oh goodness,
Frankie flops.
Or double.
When you do it, right?
Right, triple double.
But when when everyone is short stacked, you just gotta ram and jam it. Get in the middle. They call you with worse, and you just let the cards play out.
Frankie flops trips here and checks it.
See if Todd throws in another bet here.
2,300 he bet.
23 to 27. That's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Someone would call that a husky bet. Just smooth by Frankie.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Now he's got a draw.
Does Todd really have 12 and a half left? That's quite a bit.
At 42.
Wow.
Frankie's got a little Hollywood going on here.
Yes, he does.
What else does he have? Sucker in his mouth. Guys, this is insane. Obviously, the other parts of the table are not aware of this.
I'm wondering if another heart comes here, if Frankie.
Check.
Yeah.
Does Todd have the heart in his chest to go with it?
Can Frankie call another bet?
42 is the bet.
Can Frankie call
I'm not sure
bet?
if looking back at his cards makes it more or less believable that he has a heart. Frankie's muttering to himself, I'd snap call if that wasn't a heart.
That's why I'm saying that when that third heart hit, I think he should have. I think he's got enough where he might make this call.
But Todd is second place in chips right now. Does he really want to pass it to him? Nobody ever wants to relinquish a chip lead.
Oh man, I don't know what he's gonna do.
I can't tell. I think he's like 60-40 calling, but
that's about what I got.
It's a good angle right there. See both the players.
Nope, he's done. He's done.
Yep. Shows the queen, kicks it in the middle.
Oh, yeah, you put up that hand.
Oh, I got it.
So I'm not usually a shower.
That'd have been a good one.
I think that might have been a really good one.
That would
have been a really fun one. Especially though, you know, when you got someone in the tank like that, and they're just like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And you show them they made the wrong decision, I might just send them off their game for the rest of the tournament.
Some people, I don't know if it would have Frankie, but some people it absolutely would have. If you can pick the right person, you can just tear them up by doing
Queen
that.
6. You said 6 of hearts, so
Right.
I'm assuming.
400 small blind.
That was cray cray, as the kids say. Bobby's torture of crap cards continues. Just gonna fold around the blinds. Does Frankie have 10-8 every other hand?
Seems like it. That's the Frankie, I guess.
Apparently. Is that what it is? Was that the hand he called himself?
I'm pretty sure that's what he said was the Frankie. And he flops an open-ended
It's not a bad flop for the Frankie.
Check, check.
Oh, you gotta bet that. You gotta bet that.
I think he checked dark. I think she checked dark behind him. So actually they were like automatically going to the turn.
King high nuts.
King high
King
nuts.
high is the nuts.
King high nuts.
I think some people would think that Carrie should have bet that in the river. I think when Frankie checks all the way through
he's never calling any bet.
Unless she's beat.
Unless she's beat, right.
Yeah.
So I think there's a fine check
Really? That's
behind by
right?
Carrie. I mean, I think maybe bet the turn.
I didn't know that.
A little bit of protection.
Yeah.
Prophylactic.
No reason at all to bet the river, though.
No. Well, Bob's in a big blind here. I think he's got like 5 chips left. So I think maybe if he has anything reasonable here, he might be going with it.
6 you bought me 22.
Yes, I did.
See? That was one of the two.
Queen 9 suited. Very well could be going in here.
Yeah.
Stuck. That card's not moving.
It's brought to my attention by our side commentator that Bobby Miller is playing a lot like Paul Moskowitz tonight.
Oh, wow. That's brutal.
So if anyone wants to comment on that on our Facebook page, just go to facebook.com/Chase the Bracelet and let us know. Do you think Bobby Miller is playing like Paul Moskowitz, a.k.a. Golf Ball Paul? As well as pointed out to me that they are in the same seat. Paul was in the same in in the 4-hole last week, as is Bob.
Greg with King Jack. Frankie with Queen 10.
Raise it up. 21. 26.
I think normally I would like to see a lot more raising in these spots, but the stacks are all so awkward. I think it might just end up being like, I've got it, you've got one worse, let's get it in the middle.
Yeah.
But King Jack's definitely a standard open in that spot.
$7 in props.
Greg's back up to about 11K.
11?
Now there's less and less people.
I thought it was going to be about 10, but...
Right. Up to
$3.
Frankie's down to 24, 25.
Over
26.
under 6 hands till next bust out.
$14.
I'll go over.
All right, for $1.
All right. I'll have to owe you. I don't have any money.
Tad with 2 ladies.
Let's see what he does here.
So he limped last time with the 9s. We'll see if that is in Greg's memory banks.
I don't know if he remembered because I don't think he had to show him down because he folded on the turn when the ace hit.
Those two.
Queen?
Those two.
If the guy with the number 13 on his chest wins this, that's just gonna buck all folklore of number 13 being unlucky.
That's a hot 2 cards, so a lot of 3s coming up.
All right.
You play that
not the
part
Greg
right
with
back to
Queen Jack.
Frank and
with
Weenie.
Ace King.
Oh, we might.
Bobby with 2s.
You ready to give me that $1?
All in.
Do I get $2 if 2 people get knocked out?
Yes.
Nice.
400.
I don't think Greg's calling.
No, Greg. I don't think Greg can call in this spot. But he is massaging those cards.
But Frankie will.
Frankie, huff and puff.
Yeah, they've got. He didn't fold.
I have a pair.
It just shows him.
Oh, good raise. Good raise.
Classic race. Classic.
No,
Let's see what we got on the flop here.
There's the king.
There's the king.
Good game.
I owe Trevor $1.
No duckers.
What was that?
Game, Bobby.
2 hands? Man,
2.
I could have said a 3. I could have got amazing odds.
All right, Bobby Miller coming back to chat.
Paul
with
Moskowitz
us.
can come back and Bobby Miller can come back and talk to us here
I'll drop that bomb here.
in the Donkey Dungeon. What do we like? Donkey
Here-
Dungeon,
And,
Losers Lounge.
Paul Moskowitz. Bobby Miller back here to chat with Trevor.
I know I was going to run into it.
Come on, Bobby, have a seat.
How does this chair work?
You put your head in it.
It's like going to get a massage or
It's
something.
an inversion chair. You gotta sit with your.
Oh, I like this. I brought this on.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just a string of fun cards for me to play.
So do you want to talk about how you're just nitty by nature then?
No, I absolutely was not nitty. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't get any cards. I mean, sometimes you're just card dead, and I was pretty much card dead the whole tournament. So it made for a fun time.
Do you think your fans are gonna be upset with you?
Yeah, they're going to be upset because they didn't get to see me play. Yeah, all 3 of them. I know there's at least 3. Hi, Mom.
Let's see.
I know she's out there.
Carrie's got 3 of a kind here, just as his hand plays out.
All in.
And she's stuffed it all in the middle there. Tad goes away. So is Frankie. All right, bud, let's break it out. What high points, low points?
I'd say the whole tournament was a low point for me, just because I had absolutely no spots to do anything, and then when I did have a few hands, it was like in a really bad position, and I had the big stack to my left pretty much the whole tournament, so it was really hard to really open up and do anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're sitting back here watching the cards. You were dealt crud.
Yeah.
You think was there any chance that you could
I mean, honestly,
get around that, where the cards didn't matter?
there might have been a few spots I could have maybe opened up like in later position when maybe somebody limped, but for the most part, it really wasn't that many spots. A lot of time it was like open up in front of me, and I couldn't really do much.
If my memory serves me right, I think those spots that presented themselves, you'd have been back here a lot sooner.
Yeah, I can agree. I mean, I think I did the right thing. I played as good as I could with what I had in front of me, but you get down to a certain point. I don't know about the last hand. I mean, I feel like 5 big blinds, or, well, 6 big blinds.
For a couple ducks, I think it's fine. So, how'd you feel about the other table mates you had out there?
They're all pretty good. I mean, everybody seemed, for the most part, to know what was going on, which is always fun. But there's a few people that got a string of lucky cards. I don't know if you've seen the quads come several times, but
you mean the quads that happened to the same guy?
Yeah, the same guy, quads twice, and gets paid on both of them. So that's always good for your stack. I mean, if that happens to you.
Do you want to take us through that king queen hand where you ran into the quads?
Oh, absolutely.
Your thought process.
Well, I raise pre-flop and he calls and an ace hits on the flop. Or I raised, he re-raised me. I called, of course. He only raised me minimum, and then an ace hits on the flop. I'm gonna check to him to let him do the dirty work, and he doesn't. So that makes me think that he's scared of the ace also. So he has like hands like tens, jacks, queens, or kings maybe even.
Mm-hmm.
When the ace hits on the turn, then I think it's easy for me to like double barrel and maybe even fire on the river, but because it's harder for him to have an ace.
Yeah,
especially when he checks the flop, it makes it really fishy that I don't think he has it. But obviously, if you have 4 aces, it's easy to check the flop.
Right.
Because you're not worried about any kickers. So
Carrie shoved that hand. She took it down. What about any other hands you want to talk about in particular?
Let's talk about that last one again.
Sure.
I had deuces.
Yeah.
And they had ace king, and
So
I didn't hold up. No.
So you were just you lost a standard flip.
Yeah. It's usually what happens though. I mean, you have to win the flips to win the tournaments. And I unfortunately did not.
Yeah, do you think
I was happy to see ace king though.
Right, absolutely. I mean, it's better than threes.
Right.
Right. So do you think Frankie's a clear favorite then to
Yeah, at the moment, I mean, he plays a pretty tight game too, so I don't see him getting too out of line to like lose any of those chips. So
he's got a bit of a stranglehold on him at this point?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for the other players unless they just cooler him or the blinds just get so high to where it's kind of like a flip situation, but
right.
He seems to be just holding on to it, so I think he'll be right.
As you can see right here, he does bet without it. You know, he turned to open and draw.
He seems to be opening up unless he's been doing this the whole time and I've been tricked.
You may have been tricked once or twice.
I think I might have been tricked a couple times.
I'd
have to have hands in play to be tricked.
It's true. Yeah,
so
you had to see a flop to be tricked.
And then what about the props? I didn't hit any props. I hit 1 prop.
You obviously shouldn't have listened to me on choosing the 3 diamonds.
I was going to choose the 10 of spades, and I believe it came up quite often.
I think every other hand.
Yeah.
I think you would have had all the
How
monies.
many times did you see the 3 of diamonds in my hand?
0.
Seriously?
I don't think
like
I ever
17 times tonight. And there it is. Carrie has it. It's never going to come on the flop.
All right, bud. Well, I appreciate you stopping by and giving us a little chat, a little analysis of how you played tonight.
Anytime. Hopefully next time I get on here, I can maybe have a hand or two, and we'll see some real poker happening.
At least 1. 2's getting a little greedy, though.
But I appreciate it. Again, hi, Mom. Talk to you later.
Hi, Bob's mom. Thanks, bud. Thanks for stopping.
Hey, no problem. Is there a break? I'm not sticking around.
All right, we got Frankie under the gun here. Blinds looks to be 4 and 8 at this point.
9. You know why?
A couple of jack 10s. 10s and jack 10, jack 10, a couple of deuces.
Call.
It's kind of a tough spot for Carrie. She doesn't have a ton of chips, but
she's got enough where she can't jam.
It's kind of a tweener. That's what we call an awkward stack.
Danger Town. Ooh, this is scary. This is danger. Flop them up.
See, she already knows. She knows it's Danger Town.
4 players.
Diamonds would be kind of ugly here.
I like Todd's hand. Oh! I didn't say it fast enough.
Oh!
Guys, I'm just like on that level right now.
32.
All in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And Greg shoves with top pair.
Wow. 82 total.
Or no, that's not a shove, is it?
I thought I heard someone say all in.
Oh, okay, it is all in.
Yeah, Greg's all in.
All right.
Frankie's deciding right now. Hey, Frankie did have top pair with a.
Well, I flopped the nuts, so I can't fold, but I could be behind.
And call.
That's all.
Right, you could have had a higher
You're not behind.
flush draw. Oh.
Greg's
got
so
three
tired
outs
of.
to get.
Wow, you did flop the nuts.
And Greg's the next one
Turned
out.
to.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But still, it doesn't matter. That was nice in a four-way limped-in pot, too. Wow.
Yeah, Greg. Huh?
Did you sleep on that?
Yeah, I did. I got so.
You
excited.
did sleep?
I got so excited. I'm sorry.
It don't matter. That's what happens to you.
And it's a big
Here,
hand,
I'll
so
still
I.
pay you. I'll still pay you. I'll be
All
a
right,
gentlewoman.
we'll usher Greg back into our
Good show.
to our
All right. No small
control
blind.
center here.
Did it really? You know, did it really?
Right, no, yeah.
Did it really?
You're big blind solo, I do believe, because I was just the button. Correct, dealer?
Yep.
Then of course you gotta have the did it really turn that?
I think you're still good.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought so too.
Next hand, 5,000.
yeah, absolutely.
But I was actually just hoping he didn't have any part to get it.
34.
This is Donkey Dormitory?
No, he's big blind solo, because I was the button last time.
Well, come on in, Greg. Put the headphones on here. Well, we might as well get right down to the hand. The hand with Frankie.
Oh, well, I should have known better because Frankie, he'll play any crap.
Well, the thinking we had back here is on the turn, you could have bet him off of it,
No, I
but
don't.
you didn't want to, did you?
No, I wanted to trap him,
Right.
which I thought I had him trapped. And I also had even bigger draws.
Right.
And I just wasn't afraid of where I was at. Once I hit the straight, I knew I had him.
Right. Yeah, we were thinking the same thing back here. We're going. We even talked about it afterwards. I'm like, well, I don't know. Should he have bet him off? And then we're like, no, he's got the straight
Right.
with the flush draw. And then you bet just enough where I think it priced him in.
No, it wouldn't have made a difference. I really don't
You
think
don't
I
think
could
so?
have. I don't think I could have pushed him out.
Do you think you could have folded on the river, maybe?
I couldn't.
No?
I put him on. What I thought he had is I thought he had two pair.
Two pair?
I thought he flopped two pair.
True. You're right,
And I
Frankie.
thought he was going to chase it all the way down. And he did chase it all the way down, but unfortunately he had a bigger draw than me.
Well, yeah, them are the breaks. But I mean, in that situation, I think you played it absolutely right, and he just got there.
Yep.
And not much you can do.
Nope.
And then after that, it was pretty much downhill
I was
from
done.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, did you have a good time?
Yes, I enjoyed it.
How do you like this table?
I do.
Do you?
Yep. It was a good table.
You've played on it before, haven't
Yes,
you?
yes, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot believe I hit quads twice.
Twice? Yeah. And got paid pretty good on both
Right.
of them.
Well, the aces, I've never had quad aces.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so I got quad aces and then hit, and I flopped them both. I think I flopped quads on both of them. The aces I flopped and the threes also, which that's never happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you can go years without flopping
Right.
quads.
It's been a long time since I've had quads. So
Right.
To hit them twice on the
Yeah.
same table.
So, who do you think's going to take it down here now as we get to the end of this?
Well, I think it's going to be between Todd and Frankie, obviously. I think Frankie will outplay him, to be honest. Frankie's not afraid to put his chips in play.
I've noticed that a few times tonight. Todd's made some folds and just called with a few hands. Like a little bit ago, and it was three-handed with you and Frankie, and he had nines in a small blind and didn't raise.
Mm-hmm.
Just seems like he's playing a little scared right now.
He's playing to win money.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
You either play to win it all, And I believe that's what's happening.
Right now. You can tell that sometimes that happens. That's why I play for one place and one place only when I play. Yeah, last place.
Nice peanut gallery.
And I get it quite often.
Well, there's not too many winners in poker.
No, especially in a format like this.
Right.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
And appreciate you playing.
Thank you.
And Frankie wakes up with another big hand here. And Carrie's got a pretty decent hand too. See what happens. Frankie with ace queen. Carrie with king 10.
999.
King 10.
Heads up.
Pink.
I've never seen it from back here.
I'm so sick of this game.
Did Frank?
No, Frankie
Did he not raise that pre-flop?
2400.
If you're gonna slow play it, you got to be able to get away from it.
This is called bleeding chips.
Yeah.
Call.
Wait for it.
Bing.
Ooh.
Nope. Frankie moves all in.
Wow. Talk about having a plan for the hand.
He played that just like he had a flush draw too. And
No,
she
she
calls,
says-
nice call.
She says, eat it.
Nice call.
She still has to fade it, though.
She did.
She does.
That's a
Sick fade.
No way. I can't imagine it.
I like it.
And her stack, she was under 9,000 at that point.
Well
That's
done,
where I was
Carrie.
at on my last hand. I mean,
She's never woke up. She's never woke up.
Let's see if Carrie's newfound chips allows her vocal cords to respond in a bit of a louder manner.
There's the Frankie blow up.
The table volume.
Oh, forgot to turn that back up.
I need a symbol for that.
Well, with his chip stack, I would have thought Frankie was the favorite too, but
Carrie's a really good short stack player.
We're back at that spot now where I'm so jealous that they're playing and I'm not. Shorthanded is so fun. You know,
oh yeah,
the battle of wits become
7,000.
a little more severe. That's a big raise. 7,000? Is that real?
I would have called 6,900.
what are the blinds?
Maybe I think it might be at 5 and 1,000 now, but
know how many chips everybody has.
Yeah, we just started it this week.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a pretty serious finish here. Let's carry double up.
Yeah,
this
it's
might
looking-
this might take a little while.
I moved her up within striking distance of Frankie. Todd's a chip leader now. Even things up pretty close.
Yep.
Frankie gets a walk.
I probably would have completed with a king too.
I would have raised with an ace 9.
But I think you're gonna be losing more often if you are folding king high.
Right, I see what you're saying.
So even if you limp fold, it's better than just giving any random hand a walk.
Both auditions, whoever wins both auditions, they get a thing in.
I may even been
That's
raising
cool.
with a king high.
I mean, it's close. I mean, it's really close.
So what does that represent? All 4 cameras you've got out there?
Carrie might get a walk here.
No, I don't think Frankie's giving too many walks.
Yeah, they changed from a solid red to whatever you had.
Oh, the button called too, so that changes things.
No,
Oh,
he
he did
didn't.
not.
No, he didn't.
JK.
We did not see the flop or the turn.
There we
There
go.
we go.
UPS twice, so it usually gets there.
Hey, what do I do with those white chips?
Queen high nuts.
She knows it. She always knows it.
Play.
That's the second time she's called that out.
Prop wasn't coming there, Todd.
Not a coming.
That was almost identical to the last time.
Yeah.
Except that time, I think I would have rather see her bet that flop.
Oh, I would have bet the flop. If he checks it to you, why not bet it?
Do you have a gambling problem?
Yes, I do.
Did you need to call the 1-800 number?
I think so.
I'm gonna give it to you.
me?
Yeah, I'll give it to you real quick here. It's 1-800-GAMBLER. If you think you or someone you know, a loved one, a friend, someone you sort of care about, give them the number, 1-800-GAMBLER. They can help you identify your problem or where you can go from there to get help for you or anyone you love.
Or we'll all just look together. Okay.
You had me dominated.
Todd walks out.
And another walk.
That is true. Too much. I will. All right.
Another senior
Took you
moment.
age to get there. I got the blonde hair my whole life. At least I have something to blame it on, right?
Not much going on.
As we can
here.
see, some junk hands here.
10-5, 10-4, Queen 4. This happens a lot. Heads up and three-handed.
So what do you do?
I start betting more.
Betting all the time.
raise, and more raises.
Everybody's playing too tight. All right, I'm going to
See,
get aggressive.
even Frankie just commented on it. He said everyone's playing too tight. Let's see if he takes his own advice.
Yeah, but you can't tell everybody you're going
You
to
haven't
do
drank
that.
the whole night. You need some liquid.
You need to just start doing it.
He's thinking on some like super sick levels though.
Oh, you leveling them?
Yeah, that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, he's
I've done that at
coming.
work
He's
before.
coming left when you're looking right, and you don't know what's gonna happen.
I almost could not extend my leg there for a second.
You need to drink.
I didn't have a
Oh, you have
water.
been? I haven't
Yeah,
seen you drink anything.
I have a water right down here.
We do not have a medic on hand. Maybe we should look into that.
You out?
The first person to pass out from dehydration.
Yeah, I'll take another one.
And
Yeah,
Frankie didn't
that-
take his advice. He just called. 4-8, 6-8, 5-6.
3 players.
A couple hands need to double down.
And the 8's hit. Oh, Frankie hit 2 pair.
2,000.
Okay, you're looking for a 6
Call.
or a 9 here. 5-6 got a gutter ball. Just pass. I heard if you. Oh, what a turn card.
Yeah, that just gave her a whole lot
Holy
of outs.
smokes.
Thanks, sir.
Frankie just bet like a bajillion.
9,500.
She's
What?
got second pair and a flush draw against his 2 pair. What is it, about 70-30?
I mean, I know you guys know me.
68-32.
You guys sort of know me, and normally I'm like, what a ridiculous bet. But this is actually the perfect bet. Like, why would he bet so much? Like, what is he scared of? Is her flush draw good? Is her 8 good? Is he drawing? Like, it puts her in such a bad position.
Trying to discourage you.
Then he tells her. Never mind.
And then he shows her.
Frankie, don't show her or tell her.
Flop.
You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You
I just showed the 4.
Anywho, so his raise size or his bet size was perfect because if she
Yeah.
just calls, she left with like 7K, which no one wants to have 7K. But if she calls, he feels pretty confident he's got the best hand in that
Right.
position. So that might have been an accidental perfect bet, but regardless,
I'm
it
fairly certain it was an accidental perfect bet.
Regardless,
but it
it
was
was
a good bet.
Oh man.
I think he just bet that much because he just didn't want to get drawn out on.
You mean like how he outdrew Greg?
You got to stick the needle in, don't you?
It's a small needle. It's like barely a bee sting.
Raised to 4,000. Frankie takes it down.
I think I definitely know Carrie the best out of these 3 players. And I've played with her shorthanded on a few occasions, so I'm really anxious to see how she attacks this late stage of the tournament.
Well, I've played with Carrie some. I've played Frankie the most, and the problem with Frankie is he can do exactly what he did when she doubled up through him. He just blows up for no reason at all.
Do you any idea where that mindset comes from?
No, I don't.
Do you think he has any idea where that mindset comes from?
He doesn't know where. He knows it is there though, because he talked about it
Mark
before
had
we
us all in
started
that hand. I
tonight.
heard it in his head.
He also
Shove,
doesn't,
call,
he
call.
doesn't have a sucker right now either.
Oh, that might be it. When he was hitting all the cards, he
I
had
don't
the
think
sucker.
Carrie or Todd's gonna remind him either.
We like being in front of the TV. We don't want to go. Get over there.
Kerry with ace 9, Frankie with 5-7 suited, Todd with a 2-5 off.
You've heard the Lon McCarran Memorial Hand,
Yeah.
Party Jacks. The ace 9 is the Mike Dempsey Memorial Hand. You've gotten more shout-outs tonight, Mr. Dempsey, than any person ever on the show.
4,000.
And well deserved.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I miss
guess-
Dempsey.
All
I
right,
do.
I guess he's a good guy. He's not a good guy. He's a great guy. What just happened
And
there?
Todd raised on the button with 2-5 off and got 7-5 suited and ace 9 to fold.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a clinic in here. Aces are
Huge.
They're aces.
Yeah,
You have an
huge.
ace in your hand. What? You're three-handed. You get what?
So what?
10 hands an hour? 15?
Yeah,
You can't. I mean,
In the bathroom.
Kerry with ace
it's okay. So last time she gets blown away when she has ace 9. In a pot she probably should have won.
Take your senior
Now she has ace queen
45.
when she should have way more chips.
4,500.
Frankie raises it up with his ace.
45 bananas.
Uh-oh, he called them bananas. She's going to make banana bread out of
And
it.
Kerry's going to ship.
All in.
Banana bread.
Well, Todd, your magic act didn't work.
$13,300
More?
total.
8,800 to call. And his stack is 26. This is a horrible call if he makes it.
This time, definitely. In most cases, not as bad. But Carrie has been playing so snug all night long.
I love the raise with the ace, but when you get re-popped like that, you just got to let it go.
What do you make a pre? Did he double or did he go more than that?
Oh,
Remember?
he went more. He went like, I think 4.5.
Very close.
And that's a situation where you can get away with a min raise.
Yeah, or 2.5.
Because her re-raise is probably going to be smaller. So if you feel like you do have the best hand, you can continue on in position, but instead you're blowing away 4x, then folding to a shove.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frankie, to make you an example, but
Yeah, the raise was just too big. I think that's just a case of the normal bet sizing where the games he plays in, they overvalue and overbet.
So you're telling me I'm giving more information to my opponents that will face down the road? Jeez. I have not been thinking this through. I gotta flip the script here and tell people how to play poorly. I can retire on all their monies. I think for some more trash talk than we have right now.
I'm looking for any kind of talk.
Dave Harvey's sitting at home right now, and he's going, man, these guys need to chat it up more.
Yeah, him and Ertl both.
That's right.
Heads up.
I smell a 9. Or clubs.
Carrie bets her flush draw.
Good job,
And
Carrie.
Frankie folds.
Break?
Yep, break.
All right, we're going to be on a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.
All right, hold on to your hats. It's going to get crazy when we get back.
It's going to be
Dan, can you see what we
fast
have
and furious when we come back.
Tokyo Drift.
Come here, I want to show you something else, Grafton.
I'm gonna finger.
We all got one.
You got two, my friend.
We
You
all
got
got
two.
one. You got
All right, welcome back. Tonight's game is brought to you by RFIDpoker.com, creators of the RFID table you see in front of you tonight. Book your own show on RFIDpoker.com. Interested in your own RFID table? Standard oval and championship tables are available, built to your specification.
And before or after you book your table,
It's over.
like our Facebook page. You know, it's a fun time. You can communicate with Paul and I, the other players, everyone else that's involved. You know, we'd love to hear from you and hear your opinions and thoughts about how the table and everything looks that you watch every other week.
All right, we got Frankie raising it up with ace-7 suited, and Todd wakes up in a big blind with ace-king.
Re-raise.
Bust out that double R, that re-raise.
8,000 total.
8,000 total is the bet.
What do you think, Paul? Is he going to spaz?
I don't know.
I really like this raise size.
Oh, he's counting them all.
He's like, well, if I call, what do I have left? If I raise, do I have nothing to make him fold? I think it's going to be a fold.
I think he's looking at Carey's chips to see what. Yep.
I think that was the deciding factor,
That was
wasn't it?
absolutely the deciding factor. He glanced over at Carey's chips, and he's like, fold this, I'm still going to have more than her.
Well, it looks like everyone bought their game face.
It's getting serious now.
Yeah. Still not much.
See if Todd raises a queen-9 here.
You can't be on heater if you fold. I mean, that's a general rule I go by. I know you have it tattooed across your chest, don't you? Can't be on a heater if you fold.
Average chip stack's only 8,000. We're doing good.
Frankie checks.
He thought about it. He was thinking about getting squirrely.
Frankie has.
Check.
Goes check, check. Frankie hits the 5. And they check it all the way down.
Yeah, Frankie's
Well,
gonna
no,
bet.
Frankie's going to bet the river.
Frankie doesn't usually like to check in these spots. He likes to throw out a little something. Just a little peculiar.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to call you?
Queen high's not.
No.
Not too often.
The straight will call you. The flush will call you. The 3 2s will call you.
Those are all very good hands to call you with.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
I always call a 3 of a kind.
Conservative. Gotta be conservative.
I do too. Sometimes it's not a good idea.
I've been
I
there.
don't know what the 6th card was gonna be.
Ooh.
Really, guys?
This is.
All at once?
This could be big here.
See if Tom makes it 4,400.
3,000.
3,000 is the bet.
Carey might not see a flop though. The best hand. I'm not sure. You know, if Frankie calls, I think she can shove. But if Frankie shoves, her snowman might melt down like old Frosty over there.
All in.
Oh wow, he did shove.
Here's the big decision. Let's see if Carey can. This is a tough spot. I don't even know.
Raise and re-raise. Everybody's been playing so tight.
23,300.
I think. Big hands.
This is, yeah, I kind of thought she might fold there.
23-2.
23-3.
And I don't think Todd can call either.
Yeah, that's most of his stack. He'll be on the short stack if he calls and loses. And you got to leave him with what, about 10,000, something like that.
A little less, right? You got 27 left. 23 to call. This is a ickle for Mr. Todd.
Top 2 pair.
I mean, Frankie has not done this yet. Like, I don't think he's been all in
Not
pre-flop.
pre-flop, no.
He's not been all in pre-flop this entire tournament.
Not tell me anything. The reason I don't snap calls, I know that you could hit those.
He says, I didn't snap call because I know you win
I
flips.
know you are.
Hey, that's solid logic.
Either or.
And 50% of the time he's right.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gone.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Frankie showed there.
I thought for sure you were calling.
Correctly did not show.
You would
No, he was behind me. I insta-called people behind me.
you would have been way behind.
It's so weird. It's
You would have
not.
been out.
It's not the money as it is.
Well,
so
I
much
wouldn't
the
say
time.
she was way behind, Frankie.
Right.
Slightly
It's
ahead.
it's not an easy
Really?
snap call.
Wow.
What do you have?
Interesting to hear how the players talk about the hand after the fact.
Yeah.
Carrier's
Carrier's
turn.
king now. Let's see if Frankie gets eight.
We'll see who's far ahead this time.
That's my opinion.
I got a lot of tricks.
I know. I don't think it.
I got a lot of tricks like folding quickly into the muck.
33.
I think it was a race.
That's 3,300.
I can already think what Paul's thinking right now. Wouldn't it be crazy if we saw an all heart flop?
Never suited hearts.
I wasn't going to say it this time.
No.
I don't know about crazy, but it'd been fun.
Sorry, I blew your cover.
It would have been fun.
It's always fun. This is fun. Start to the beginning. Wait.
I enjoy
Start
the
to finish. That's the order it goes. Yeah.
I enjoy the pain when I'm not
Hi,
out
Mom,
there
I love you, Mom.
being part of
Hi,
it.
Mama, Papa.
Love you, Kelly and Dylan. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Hello, Lisa and Louise.
Kelly, stop hitting the TV. Stop
Daddy.
saying I should have called.
Daddy will be home
Sunday
shortly.
night
Neither
shout
one of my
out.
parents are watching, but I love you.
I'm gonna
Mom,
get aggressive
Dad,
now.
Amy,
Carrie, I'm
Stacy,
gonna get aggressive.
World.
Do it.
This guy's
Do
got
it,
a fan
Frankie.
I'm
club.
gonna start shoving. Just take.
Well, I hope they're all watching.
Do it. I like it.
I hope they're watching too.
Scared me.
You've been.
Take it.
You've been, Frankie.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, that's
What's
what I
gonna
tell
cha-
you,
what's
Frankie.
gonna
That's what I
change?
tell you.
What changes?
Right, what changes then, Frankie?
From every other to just everyone?
I just been raised. I'm gonna start shoving on her, make her put her to
You're a
decision.
good player, Frankie. You're
No,
a
I'm
wild
not.
card.
I'm too
You're
old.
unpredictable.
I'm too
That's what
old.
makes you dangerous, your unpredictability. And you're taking stands. You don't back down.
Everybody's on
Sometimes I
tips
do.
right now, so.
Sometimes I do.
Now is this where we need to see equal or after all the chitter chatter?
Couple of 10-7s and a queen 8.
Knit burgers
I was gonna say
with a side of relish or something. I mean, come on.
Wow, Frankie walks. Thank you, Frankie.
That don't happen.
I'll take it. No, that's probably the only time it's going to happen.
I know it probably
I'm
will.
very grateful,
I'm
Frankie.
just never in the mood just to hand someone money.
One.
Give me 2 cards. I see blinds out there and I want to get them.
You guys still haven't got no prop cards out there too much, huh? Wow.
I think we're both up equal, too. $4.
You think Jerry's hands are getting tired?
No, he's a pro.
Homeboy's been shuffling like a maniac for like 3.5 hours.
6 and 12.
I think Mark said he actually dealt the World Series of Poker events before. So
Well, good for him.
He's
Hey.
got to be used to dealing for
I mean, I
a
can
long
tell.
time.
I mean, obviously you can tell he's definitely
Okay.
really good at it.
Check it.
What?
Frankie limped with the ace, huh?
I can feel my brain just like spinning in my skull right now.
Is that your prop?
Yes,
Nice
sir,
fade?
ma'am.
That's all right.
There's a 3 diamonds for Bobby Miller. Oh wait, he's not out there
That
anymore.
changes it.
Check.
And another 3.
15.
And Frankie makes a bet at it and wins. Wins a little pot.
Probably should have won it pre-flop, but a win is a win is a win. Sort of. Not everyone is as critical as I am, I guess. 9s, 10s, kings.
Big black one.
Calling your shot, huh?
Calling someone's shot.
Well,
There's
there's
one
a
decent.
big hand. There's a decent hand. There's a pretty good hand, three-handed.
I think this is going to go limp, raise, call. Or
Carry folded already.
raise, re-raise, fold.
Call.
Okay, here's the limp. Here comes the raise. Yep. It's ace queen, Frankie.
He's thinking how much to raise.
5,000 more.
Holy potatoes. That is a big raise. And a forceful raise right towards his opponent. King 9 is so pretty. That's a lot of money put out there. Wait for it. Is he limp raising?
Really? No.
Oh!
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
And the crowd goes almost wild. I wonder if they could hear the groans in the other room.
You play on the Monday night.
He had
Monday
me
night
fooled.
meeting?
I thought he was doing it.
I run a league at a tournament on the Suns on Tuesday and Thursday.
The one that's on
Might have to
Waterloo?
be up-
Is that one still
yeah,
open at Waterloo? I've been
yeah.
there before.
And I'll be on Friday nights. They help mark every other Saturdays.
Tie with the nut low. Smell you later. Who are you, there, cowboy?
Well, we've seen a lot of blind versus blind with no raises.
Heads up.
Carrie is not all in as false advertisement.
We don't have the flop here.
There she is.
Yeah, she hit the flop.
I don't think she bet that much either.
Nice hand.
That pot was about
I'm not bluffing you.
2,400.
It'd be hard to bluff, Frankie. I'll tell you that. It'd be hard to bluff. Not gonna lie. Not a bad thing.
I'm not even bluffing. It's hard to call.
I think I'm actually starting to sense a little fatigue with these guys. They have been playing with each other for quite a while. Chips have been passed, cards have been folded. I think it's taxing on the brain a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
If only they knew some
36 total.
breathing techniques or some stretching exercises to do during the break to keep them fresh and ready to go.
I think we might see a call here.
I think there's almost like an internal clock in people's minds that say, we haven't seen a flop for so long. I'm just tired of just folding.
But you
So
got
call.
to eventually.
Heads up.
I mean, you got to play cards to win this thing.
Check.
Don't check back.
Oh.
Check.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened. It's a good card for him, though.
Check.
Yeah. He's got to bet this, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Bet.
I'm just never quite sure what's
4,200.
going on in their minds when they check back there. Like, does he really think that she's just like,
Trapping?
yeah? There hasn't really been any trapping going on this entire tournament. Like,
really good rhythm.
all of a sudden you just
Well, Missy did it early. She did it real well. She got a couple of big pots.
well, she was just filthy, flopping sets, and no one even knew about it.
Look at my phone. You don't have to read it.
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd give a shout out.
You'll see this. Yeah. Pretty good.
Really good bet.
Oh,
Yes, he was. Absolutely a compliment to Missy.
just to
there by
reiterate,
calling her filthy.
she was filthy in a good way. For those of you keeping score at home, she doesn't need to bathe or anything. She just was playing really well. That's that new slang. You gotta get hip to
What
it.
city was that in?
Oh, was Pizza Mike's Green?
No, never played there before.
All right.
Congrats.
There was some other hot blonde.
So, don't usually advocate this, but I think Todd should limp here.
Because Frankie's been raising him when he's limping.
Yeah, and he's talking about how he's not a one-trick pony.
It's 32.
Yeah, he wouldn't raise anyhow. He already has mine set up, made up.
Breathe on that.
He says if you would sneeze in his direction, he was gonna fold. And hope you don't have Ebola.
You never played at the BMW? You should come around more often.
I think the first sign of Ebola is playing like a nit.
All right, Frankie with his ace king again.
No love over here. No.
I'm
sorry, buddy.
I know I played with you before.
Wow. Give me a blonde wig, man.
You rock it well.
I'm all in.
And he did the same thing as last
Get
time.
used to it. It's going to happen a lot.
Oh, the speech when he has the nuts, like, get used to it. I'm coming after your money. Oh wait, I just have the best hand? Yeah, sure, no big deal. I'm gonna try that out though.
Just put it in there and go home.
I've tried it. The 7-3 ends up calling me and busted my ace king.
He's gotta say with more authority.
I seem to recall you sucking out one huge big mug
Uh-oh. Watch out, kids.
as you were getting up and walking out of the room.
Call. I'm famous for that. Carrie just called with the ace. Todd with the ace jack.
How much is he gonna raise to? He's doing some mental gymnastics right about now. This looks right. Maybe one of these. A couple of those.
38 more.
38.
Well, I've made some comments about people not playing their aces very strong incorrectly. In this particular case, you played it perfectly,
handing it over here.
given the certain hands that were given
Nice
to me.
comeback for you. Nice comeback from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, nice comeback.
Yes, he was down.
Yep.
You got hit. You took a big hit early.
Did Big Greg help you out?
Huh?
Was it Big Greg that helped you?
Yes.
I thought so.
There was
And
a
you
couple
took a little
hands.
bit from Missy, too.
Carrie's having a rough go in the button here. She hasn't gotten much of anything.
Next hand, 8-16.
Beautiful cards.
Have we seen a button raise yet?
I don't care how good you are, the situation. always
Just the
has to-
fours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's the last time that happened.
Hard to get lifted.
Call.
No matter how you are.
And Frankie had ace king, so get used to it.
Like in Greg's case. As an extreme.
Coming for your
Oh,
lunch
yeah,
money.
bad.
Every one of us will not take chips.
Especially when you get quads twice. That's super stacked.
Turns the nut straight. And he has a straight flush draw with the only flush draw. Sorry, Greg, had to bring it up.
That's a bad beat. That's brutal.
I think Todd should raise. Just like everyone should be raising on their button with
I'm gonna
a
try this once.
suited king.
Once and once
I'm
only.
going to try it once.
Once and once only.
I'm not.
That's a call.
I'm going to try for less once.
A limp.
He stated it, and he's going to try it once.
Let's play a family fight.
It's not on you yet.
Oh, let's play one anyways.
Oh, I'd jam it. I wouldn't even look at my cards.
Oh,
I would have called.
I like your
might
style.
have.
3 players.
Yeah, might have.
I mean, they're just begging for it.
They are begging.
Check.
Like those dogs that beg for those
Alright.
bacon things. Begging, begging, begging. It's just peculiar.
36.
3,600 is a bet.
Snap, snap.
Not your normal short-handed play tonight.
I feel like everyone kind of took a nap. I think I took a nap on that hand. It was so boring. Hey, are you bored? Go to our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Chase the Bracelet. Talk about how no one's raising the button. Talk about how much you'd raise the button. Tell me what your hand range would be raising the button. Tell me what your shoving range would be. Let's hear about it. Go to our page. Tell me how awesome I sound. Tell me how awesome Paul sounds. Tell how awesome our table looks. We want to hear from you. Stop in. Say hello.
8 and 16.
It actually has to be kind of fun to see the hands when people
All in.
play it a little bit.
It makes it sitting here.
Hey, it's not Ace King this time.
No.
Get me out of my misery.
It's his,
Todd.
it's his little sister,
He's
though.
opening it up a little bit.
Oh,
First one.
wide open.
Side one.
No. I got 2 good ones.
I do not.
Got 2 change coming.
Anyone interested in being a sponsor for our Season 5 broadcast, you can contact us through www.pokeronair.com. Our target audience is between 100,000 and 500,000. We have great options for sponsorship still open, and a return on investment is guaranteed.
You folded your butt in the last time.
Big blind.
8.
16.
There's a hand.
Carry with jacks.
I think she might raise. That limb is still pretty strong that I'm dancing on.
3,800.
Still monster raise.
No, it's 816.
Oh, they go up to that high?
Yeah.
Oh.
I retract my statement. Scratch it from the record. Over, under. 10 hands from now. Mine goes bust.
10 hands. All right, I'll go double or nothing at over.
Okay.
Watch. They're gonna get. Somebody's gonna get cooler in about 3 hands.
For those of you who are just not tuning in, and we played this game earlier, I gave Paul 5 hands, and he said over, and we lost a player on the very next hand. And I think we lost a player on the very hand after that, so I think he owes me like, what, like 6K?
You let me down last time.
I'm good for it.
I was getting amazing odds. There you go, Todd. Not a boy.
She took 38, so I can't take that. I'll do 37.
3,700.
Todd says, I don't want to be like a girl, so I'm going to raise it differently than she did.
I like to see the button raise.
Yes, I like to see the big blind stuffing in his face, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
She's
I think there's like a.
she's been playing pretty snug.
There's like a 0.8% chance of that happening.
It's weird. Every time I still look up on the small blind.
No, you're big.
Moves fast.
You're big.
Still is.
Somebody's got to take charge here pretty soon.
Do you think Jerry puts his hands in ice after this? Just cools him down? He's been dealing hot fire. Frankie's like, you better get used to this. I'm folding anything but ace king and ace queen.
I'm sticking it in the pot, or I'm folding one or the other.
All right, we're on hand 3. Starting to sweat. That's not gonna fill to anybody. That's not gonna fill to anybody. Motown suited. If it's got a name, you have to play it, I think.
No, I'm not so sure about that. There's a lot of crappy hands with names.
Call.
Just a call.
You thought you'd spice it up a bit.
Oh, Frankie's got the sucker back in.
He forgot the power.
Heads up.
Okay.
Ba-da-bum boom.
Middle pair against bottom pair. Oh, that's a picture card. Oh.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, no one's gonna get felted if no money goes in the middle ever.
Check.
Pair of sixes.
He's like, you son of a gun. I only got a pair of fives.
Oh, pipped by one.
Pippi Longstockings.
The outs with it.
Does that phrase come from Scottie Pippen?
Yeah.
Because Michael Jordan always helped
Absolutely.
did him, so he was the Pippin. Getting out Pippened. I bet everyone at home right now is just like slapping their sides. They thought that was so funny. Run into the restroom.
Either that or they're Googling Pippi Longstockings.
That too. Anybody got Scottie Pippen instead? Yeah, if you have a joke, go to our Facebook page and give me a joke to read to everyone.
Please.
So Frankie, Todd, and Kerry walk into a bar.
Frankie flops top pair.
Is that the second line of the joke? Guys, we're running out of hands. Someone needs to get their chips in the middle. Down to 4. I'm sending on SOS for a big pot. My fortune teller just texted me and said the big hand's coming up this time. If she's incorrect.
Somebody's going to have to just start calling some raises here pretty
Something.
soon.
I mean, what exactly are they hoping for?
Hoping to get aces versus kings? Or...
That doesn't happen all that
yeah,
often.
I know.
Cheating. Call. Option.
Go ahead.
Heads up. Clear.
Not much going on here. Fire at it.
There it is.
Absolutely. Fire at it. She checked it to you.
16.
Yeah, I mean, if you have no option to win other than bluffing, that's when you bluff. I mean, you just don't bluff just for fun. Like, hey, I'm bored, I'm gonna bluff. No, you bluff with a reason.
You don't
with
win
an
very.
intent.
Yeah, you don't win very often by having the best hand all the time.
It's hard as heck to make a pair.
For you. Preferably, it would be you first to get through the double up than him. It's just gonna make me back even with you.
It's like the
Get
final
ready,
countdown
get
up in here. I got 3 more chances, folks. By the way, my fortune teller just got fired for giving me
There's
bad
an
information.
ace 9. Let's see what Frankie. Not much.
And Carrie doesn't even think about it. She just folds her buttons so just. I mean, obviously you can look at your hand, but look at your circumstances.
Is he just waiting for Frankie to raise this?
I give it a 1% chance he raises. Take your hand up to chips and check. Thank you.
Nice call.
Heads up.
He's actually all just animatronic, and I've been controlling him back here this entire time.
And Frankie hits a 10. Todd hits a straight draw. And Frankie's there.
Pair of 10s.
It's good.
2 more hands, guys. Or Paul gets even.
It'd be almost like winning.
Pretty close. So if they're this tight 3-handed,
I can't imagine what heads up is going to be like.
it's either going to be like 700 hands heads up or 3. Exactly.
Oh, here's a big
I
hand.
was scared by a piano piece once.
Oh, you guys are just teasers.
Alright, I'll let you guys go.
I'm probably going to let this go. I hope I limp.
She just needs to check her options.
All in.
Count these.
I don't think
Frankie's getting a
I don't think
count.
she had a whole lot. Yeah, she had
72 more.
72 over 16, so she had like
wanna
what?
double her up here, though.
Seven to win 10-4.
That'll keep her down low.
We're on our last chance, boys and girls.
Frankie.
I don't want you to get too many.
This would be the
That's what they
sickest
all
suck
tell me,
out
Frankie.
of
That's
all
what they all
time
tell
if
me.
someone goes
It's a
broke here.
situation. I'm a grinder, Frankie.
I'm not too proud to beg.
Looks like nothing, but the
Just be darling.
right here just sneaks in there. Says, I'm still here.
We got 2 of those.
She's got one though.
Oh, you guys are the worst. Not to mean your play. I mean you guys just aren't gonna. Oh. It could be a limp. It could be a limp, and then
Be a walk.
go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say you ship the sugar. It's fine. My kids just won't eat this week. It's fine.
That's all right. I'm good with that.
I knew you were the soulless one between the two of us. Luckily, mine's big enough for both of us.
Good playing though.
Hard battle.
Mm-hmm.
Hard. Who just said hard battle? What has been hard about this?
Nope.
This is like
Sure.
just.
I was gonna say I haven't seen a battle yet.
No, this is
Nobody's fighting for anything.
like a slap fest at best.
Call.
That's a really strong call. Can you verbalize the call? That much authority?
Move all in.
You know it's serious.
Heads up.
9-10 ace.
Check. Check.
What?
Ace on the river.
This is
16.
Trapping, trying to get Frankie to bluff at it.
But he hasn't really bluffed. I mean, does he think he's been bluffing the whole time? What are you hoping for?
He's only made one bluff all night. That was a handy double carry up.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that big. Like, wasn't like.
It wasn't huge.
Yeah, it wasn't even like completely like out of the realm of like normalcy.
I agree. I shouldn't have played it like that.
Well, at least you know it.
At least you know, Todd.
At least you know you played it wrong.
You even pointed at the right camera.
Trying to trap me.
Frankie with ace-7, carry with king-9 suited.
The big inhale. Scratch your right shoulder. Analyze the chip stacks.
5,000.
5,000 is a bet.
Pump it in there.
Didn't even think about ace-7.
I think king 9's good enough here. She did not agree.
She's got to do something soon, or even if she doubles up, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, she's gonna get in the spot where she goes in and the price the price is just too good for anyone to fold.
She's going to get called by both of them.
Then she's like, effing believable. You call me with what?
I never get that short.
There we go.
Okay. This very well could be the hand.
Do you have your all in?
All in.
Good luck, all in.
Call.
Call.
Yeah.
Was very sincere. Too.
Can I get odds on ace 5?
Diamond dealer.
This is going till tomorrow. I feel it.
There you go.
And she hits the 5. Need a king
There
or
you go.
queen. Or
It wasn't looking.
There you go.
It wasn't looking really good on that turn. Yeah.
This is a game that will not end. The chips go
Takes a
on
lot to
and
kill me,
on,
gentlemen.
my
Just gonna-
friends.
not gonna lie. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, this is just like bonus poker for you folks at home. The more time with me, the better you are.
what's the record for
Oh,
our
I
longest
know. I believe it. I believe it.
Nothing personal.
Because I think we're going to be moving in on it soon.
Carrie's moving on up.
And you let me down there.
I did what I could.
was a good situation we were in there.
Right?
I got demolished. I wasn't even close.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh, thank you. You're absolutely correct. Yes.
She tossed it here.
I tossed
I
it
just
too
kind of.
That might be the turning point.
She's so excited over there.
Carrie's a new favorite in my mind.
Make sure you read your card.
I'm glad she finally shoved, though, before she got too much smaller.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta get in with the worst hand.
Everyone's red.
Okay, sorry.
Let the luck play out as it may. Todd's probably be a little gun shy.
Like when you're in a bad golf.
Sometimes you just got to play the percentages. That blind versus blind, your ace is the best hand, and
So
shove it in there.
So at this point, I'm guessing they haven't really thought about that in their poker career.
Oh,
They,
we just
you know,
can't get anybody.
the law of averages dealt to a random hand given to someone. I mean, there's been so many king highs and ace highs just like flying in the muck. The muck don't want them.
Next hand blinds are 1, 2.
1, 2.
The muck is full. I feel like he's giving off some tells. Like every decision is just like,
42.
This seems to be in like a lot of marginal spots.
I know you got me covered. I didn't know if you had more yellows behind there.
Oh no, I keep them all.
Gotcha.
I'm a strong believer in that. So.
Is this real?
I don't know. I've seen her fold ace high like 3 times as fast as that.
Yeah, I thought that was about to be a nasty moment, a filthy moment, if you will. Yeah, maybe she looked at first. Maybe she thought she had like
1,000.
I don't know, something better than 10-5. And when she looked back, she goes, "Oh crud."
They're gonna.
You were done that? You were thought you had one hand and you played a hand all the way through and you flipped it over all proud and you went, "That's queen 6."
Several weeks ago.
That's not 2 queens.
Several weeks ago, I peeked at the first card, a king, shuffled them, peeked at the second card, ooh, another king. Looked at the same king twice.
I mean, hey, anytime
that was brutal.
Anytime you.
Yeah, it ended up being a queen, but I mean, it wasn't.
Anytime you're dealt 2 king of hearts, that's a solid holding.
I wish I'd have remembered the suit the first time.
What are suits? They're not even important.
And it turns out I ran them into aces anyway, so even if they would have been kings, I'd have lost.
Next hand, blinds are 50,000, 100,000. It is 2016 now.
2000.
Uh-oh, they're going to tango again.
13,900.
13,900.
There it is.
Ooh, this is close. This is close for old Todd, man. Ooh, the audible grunt of, you don't know.
He's not calling.
Depends. Does his family miss him? Been on a poker trek for the last 2 weeks.
4.
Todd's family, if you're watching, go to our Facebook page and let us know if you miss him.
One of these times I have to make a stand.
Yeah.
This is not the time. No time to make a stand.
And I will make this call now. I do have to be to work at noon tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Well,
we're going to have to speed it up a little bit.
Well, yeah. We might have to find a replacement if you can't get it done by then.
All right.
There's a pair. There's not a pair.
And
Frankie's going to let her walk. I can feel it.
I think he's got limp in.
Oh.
That was the most, the most gentle call in the history of poker.
All in.
13 something.
And that was about right.
Is there a curfew?
I think the winner has to pay for our bacchiotomies.
Time limit curfew?
Isn't that what poker is?
You gotta work tomorrow?
I think mine's curved like a question mark at this point.
I work every day. There's no day I do not work.
It hurts no matter
It's a
what.
battle.
All right.
Battle Royale.
It's true.
Frankie's the big stack with 14 big blinds.
Massive.
Oh.
If you gotta go, let me know.
Alright.
What is our
You've done a really good job.
seeing a flop ratio to hands dealt?
Oh,
No,
I'd say,
I small blind. I'm button that.
yeah, 10%.
Very much appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so
It's
much.
not been much, I know that.
He's like, I'm not leaving until I get a tip from somebody who wins somebody. I like that move. Hey, I'll take over and take the tip.
All right, Todd with 9-10, Frankie with King Jack. Let's see if they mix it up here.
Call.
Carrie's talking about people taking a tip from other people. I'm not sure what she was talking about.
Read right through that.
And it goes check.
Both with a gut shot. They need each other's cards.
Now Todd has a flush draw.
Check.
And a bottom side.
And a 7, too.
Frankie was check through the table.
There's the 7 and the club.
Check.
Oh,
Ooh, did it work this time?
Yes, it did.
4K? 3K.
I call.
And he just called.
Okay. At 10. So only two that could beat me.
You got it.
Oh. I thought you
I
said
said
king high flush.
No,
Alright.
I didn't say.
Nope, just a king high.
I assumed. Sorry. I was straight too. Play that.
That beats it too.
Pretty ugly board for a straight.
Well, there's only two clubs that could beat me, so.
There's only two clubs that beat him, so he just called. That's one way to do it. There's no action leading up to the river, so hey, safety is no accident.
Oh, we gotta see those.
Thank you, sir.
Really? Did it just happen?
I think so. Had he looked?
He goes, if you don't have a read on me, I'm going to say, I have a good hand, and the camera wants to see it. Min raise, give Frankie a chance to spaz. How much?
500 is about.
That's 3.5.
It's not that it's 3.5, it's 25% of his stack.
That's what I'm saying. The blinds are so big now. So as a person in my position, I'm just trying to transport my mind to theirs to understand, like, what are they thinking right now? Like, obviously they're not seeing flops. If they are, it's getting checked through. Like what are they thinking? Like, why are they not ratcheting up the aggression level? I have no idea.
All in.
Oh, Frankie's in bad shape.
All in.
He's got me covered.
All right, Todd, your magic act is not going to work once again.
Even looked at it yet.
He's done this every time there's two alls in front of me. He's like,
good luck.
Thank you.
all right. Frankie's in bad shape.
King, queen versus ace.
They're pretty
My
close
prop
on.
card's not coming.
Okay, so what is ace?
10 would be
There's a
nice.
lot of stuff going. That's
10's nice.
Oh,
Frankie makes a straight.
Queen.
Oh, that's even more brutal.
Oh my gosh.
It's even more brutal.
Oh, what a brutal way to go.
Nice playing with you too. Nice meeting you, Frankie. Nice meeting you too.
You too.
Well,
Good job.
Carrie will be
Excellent
joining
game.
us here
Very well
in just
played.
a second to talk to Trevor.
I know it's beat when you snap called.
Well, you were
Wow. I hate bringing people back here like that after a
Right?
poopy beat.
Except when you want me to stick the needle with a Greg. He's like, as soon as you bring out that hand.
I was.
What do you want me to say? Come on back, Carrie. Oh, hang on.
I did that last time.
Are you connected?
No, I wrapped it on my leg.
You okay?
Yeah. No, I just kept getting it tangled up down here.
Come on, sit down with me. Let's have a little chitty chat.
Saddle up to the microphone. You were just the big one.
Really? This is like a live straddle?
Don't mind his.
That's how you sit? Oh, wait. Oh, I see.
Don't mind his contraption.
Did you put these on?
I'm not sure. You might have got it on sale at Ambiance or something. Welcome, Carrie.
Hi.
Let's not start with the last hand.
All right, that's all right. You can. I'm okay with
Let's
it.
go back to. Let's just start off with. Did you have a good time?
Of course, most definitely.
Yeah. How could you not, right?
I'm still mentally and physically in there, but that's all right.
Hey, I've been mentally in there all night. By whatever. Anywho, so overall, what do you think about it?
Awesome experience. It was just cool to play like that. I can't wait to go home and see now the second part and see what people had in certain situations and.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the great part about seeing all the cards. It's a fantastic training tool for yourself. You know, what was I doing here? What was I doing there? Was it correct? Was it incorrect? You know, you can go back and fix leaks and improve your game immensely. That a lot of people do not have this opportunity to do. So that was obviously a huge key factor for everyone playing tonight.
Putting together the pieces of the puzzle.
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes you don't like what the puzzle is, but hey, the pieces always help.
Right.
Okay, without any further ado, the last hand.
It was hard. I wanted to open up my range a little bit more there, three-way, but Frankie's really unpredictable, and he's standing his, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely knew I had to have something powerful, at least something. I couldn't just push with low junk anything.
Yeah.
Because he's a very good defender.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I could probably push a little bit more, but I mean, Frankie and I, we were so close. We were battling for that heads up to get to that next level, and I'd still do it all over again. I mean, it was a good opportunity, good situation. You can't help the cards that fall,
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to get an ace king versus king queen every day of the week. You just got obviously cooler on the turn there.
Right.
Do you think you could have played a little bit more aggressive though?
Oh, definitely.
Do you think it was just? Do you think you played any differently because of the atmosphere of the
No.
table?
No, definitely not.
It was just player dependent. You don't want to have him calling you light in a lot of spots, and when you were even more light. Right. As we could see, there weren't very many good hands.
Right.
Getting spread around the table there.
Right.
So now we're heads up. Do you think anyone has a clear edge here, or?
Definitely Todd. He has the chips. So, but I don't know. Frankie's got momentum. So, I mean, definitely, spiking that Broadway me on the turn But it's definitely a good heads-up match. I'm sticking around to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, there's chip stacks are fairly even here, right. So this could be a pretty serious battle from here on out. Yeah,
I'm definitely impressed with Frankie's game there, especially later on too. So
I mean, he slammed it on you a few times, but I mean, he had really good cards. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was really tough. I mean, no one had more than 14 big blinds, so it's not like there's a ton of poker left. So right. you do have to get kind of stuck waiting for that ace-king situation.
Right.
It's obviously didn't go your way. But it's tough. I mean, it's tough playing short stack, three-way, and the blinds are just rapidly, flying around the table here. Any parting words you want to tell your fans?
My two fans.
Oh, it's being modest here.
Thank you for people who watch me. That's all. I appreciate it, and the tech support and stuff like that. So thank you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for sticking around and talking to us.
Thanks, Trevor.
Yep. Have a great night.
All right. I gotta pee, and then I'm gonna watch this. This is cold.
All right, Paul. Come sit back down in your sex chair over here.
It is a sex chair. That has potential right there. Does it have movement up and down? Different heights?
Stick around, we'll find out.
Goodness. Blushing.
That's a short rating. Very King's nice.
TVMA.
Table
We're like, as soon as that ace came, we knew he was gonna kill action.
Yes, it did.
All right, and we are almost dead even in chip stacks.
And the ace just was up there.
I'm small.
We keep deflating the hopes of our peanut gallery over there. They've had us all in like 10 times.
Frankie, I haven't read him yet. You're good.
10-2, it's got a name, you gotta play it. Two hands that have a name, you both have to play them. That is the new rule of poker.
Run it.
Did he say spread it?
Something like that.
Check.
Oh, run it is way better.
Check.
I'm not gonna go any further into that. I don't think he knows Jerry that well.
Check.
And Todd wins.
Fair twos.
No, I let you get there.
If Todd wins, he sounds like he can give Jerry quite the tip.
You won.
Are you guys gonna want a break?
No.
Hey, it's getting late. We've been drinking moonshine back here for the last 4 hours.
I've been up since 4:30. I'm getting tired.
4:30 yesterday.
Feels like it.
You look great for being up for that many hours.
Thanks.
Tans. Todd's got tans.
Frankie with the 5-8.
5,000 is a bet.
I think Frankie actually like subconsciously like said no, like with his head. It's like no, 5-8, no.
Don't do it.
You will not see the flop 5-8. Like, why would you even be dealt to me 5-8?
Between us?
I don't even want you. Cast off.
$1,500 chip difference between the two of us. That's it.
Big one.
Advantage Todd.
Not for long.
I keep getting really nervous when my mic's off, and I'm like, man, did everyone just miss out on all this awesome chat I've had?
Smiley told me we're
Talk about Todd and Jerry's flop affair.
Call.
Come on, Todd, do it.
What do you have to lose,
You
right?
know it's the right
How
play.
much?
7,000.
I'm in there.
Oh wow,
Bet call.
Frankie snapped.
Not only is he gone, he snaps it in there. Because I'm in there. Why wouldn't I be? Yeah, 8 high. 7, 8, 9.
I'm all in.
I call.
All in call.
Double gutter.
3 hands? Is that what it was? Just the third hand?
Double gutters.
Holy. I don't even know.
Face card.
4.
I'm not even
Face.
sure what's happening.
There we go.
Pair of 10s, I win.
Pair of 10s.
I make a straight. No, I do.
Nope.
Is that it?
I think that's it. I think.
Okay, then I would have.
Frankie thought he won.
I said face card.
You did say that. I was close.
Hey, Frankie, good job, man.
All right.
I don't feel
Todd
bad.
takes it down. Frankie finishes second.
Wow.
6 months
That was like the grand finale of a fireworks.
I ended it.
They're gonna want to talk to you guys in a bit. Frankie,
Yeah,
you want to go
fine.
first?
All right.
Have nice game.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
Coming out, help
No
him out.
problem.
How long did we take? What was the total time? What was the total time?
4:13 minus breaks minus 20, 40. Would we take 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 hours.
You guys-
15 minus 20 minutes.
I'm just wondering why it.
Yes.
You guys played so slow 3-handed and then just ram and jam when you get heads up. I thought it was going to be 2 hours. Come on, sit down here.
Okay.
It's a weird seat. Just bring it
Have a seat, Frank. Turn the headphones on. We'll get a little interview here.
Thank you.
For those two.
We'll start off. Congratulations on second place.
I was happy. I got it in good. I thought I was going to win it, but that's poker.
That is poker. Hey, sometimes you get in with the best of it and you lose. You know.
Happens to me quite a bit.
Hey, you got in with the worst of it against Kerry. That worked out okay.
Won, so
someone's got to lose, right?
Right. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah. Well, did you have a good time on the table?
Great time. People were nice. I'd never played with some of the people, but they're very nice. Structure was good.
Yeah, I thought it left for a lot of play, and I think everyone had a pretty good time. But did playing on the internet change your strategy at all? The fact that everyone can see your cards out there in the universe?
No, because I played a lot. I played a lot on the internet before they illegalized it, so I'm used to that.
Those sons of guns.
Right.
Well, hey, congratulations on getting second place. You know, you played great, and we'll get a word from our winner here real quick.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep, thanks for stopping.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. Well, it gets in the way when I'm...
And that's what I do for a living. I'm television producer. And I have an office in Beacon Productions. And Tony and PJ kind of put together a team of people to really kind of take this to the next level with sponsorship.
Go ahead and throw the headphones on.
Alrighty.
This is kind of cool.
Okay. Well, I'd say that was a Fast and Furious heads-up battle.
Yep.
That was a little bit like the Brown Steelers game. It was over before it started.
Yeah, except it should have been over in his favor, and then I kind of came back a little bit. It reminded me of that first game. So.
All right. So I guess how'd you feel about playing on the table?
Great, loved it. The table went great. The dealer was awesome. I thought the final three was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty intense battle.
Yeah, I don't think the third person wanted to go out. Everyone wanted to be in that top 2.
Oh yeah, well, we were already changing our plans for tomorrow. We thought we were going to keep on going.
No, it was going in. We were finishing up.
Yeah. So, you have anybody watching at home tonight?
Yeah, my wife, my parents, my sister.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Have you got any feedback yet?
When I on the breaks, I would go over there and they'd say wow, and then they'd say that Frankie was playing wild. I heard that once.
So you got a few tips. You get ready for heads up then, huh?
Yeah, and then I'm the one that was wild going in.
Right.
So I'll go crazy.
So we just lost our sound.
Yeah, I'm not on.
Well, we'll keep it going just in case.
Okay.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
I thought you played great. I mean, I think you had a couple spots where you had some pretty good hands, but other than that, I mean, I think you made a couple really key bluffs in a couple spots. But I mean, overall, you played pretty great. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you coming out and playing on our pretty awesome table here.
It was awesome. Had a good time, and I appreciate having me, and thank you.
You got it, man. Take it easy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yep.
If that rest of it went in there. Yeah, I think so too.